1v1 on the server. Just give me 1 second. But yeah, we're gonna boom 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 boom. Pokemon Emerald. Yeah, I'll play some Pokemon Emerald music. Oh yeah, I want that. I want that. Why does it not show that I'm live right now? It'll probably show here actually. Okay, no, it says we're good. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There we go. Let's start everything else. So yeah, today I am going to play like maybe 30 minutes to like an hour with the Wyrdeer comp, and then I will be doing some ranking stuff. That's the idea. Boom. And quite instantly, we're playing against the second most popular team in the game. We are indeed playing against the second most popular team. I just want to go Wyrdeer Melodic because it's just such a funny lead. Is it really the best? You know, might be the best skill swapper in the game, Dolphin. I've been playing like a lot of. I've been actually loving this team, man. I've been having so much fun playing this team. Like, no, I'm probably, yeah. I've just been playing so much of this team, even offline too. It's such a nice team. How you doing, bro? Though. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of this, get my mind going first, get in the streaming mindset, and then I will do some ranking. That's the idea. Unfortunately, we give the Define over. I mean, you have to give the Define over, unfortunately. Do I skill swap Raichu? I kind of just want to skill swap the Raichu. I feel like this is just the... he's gonna Mega. Because King Gambit's out, it prevents me from pressing the Trick Room. I wonder if he protects or he presses Zap Cannon though. And I wonder what this King Gambit does. I actually have never played this team before. The Raichu Y team, despite it being the second most popular team. Maybe I should play it. Maybe I should. There's the Zap Cannon. Oh, little does he know. Little does he know he's not gonna have the old no guard. He's gonna be carrying the Intimidate. I wonder if this King Gambit presses SD or Kowtow. Just Kowtow into my Wyrdeer slot. Picks up the KO, but I'm actually kind of disappointed in that. But to be fair, this King Gambit is +1. And it's Life Orb. I can go Staraptor. I can also just go Raichu. But he's gonna swap if he goes... Okay, I'm just gonna go Raichu. World Champion gameplay will be so crazy to watch. Dude, I am so excited to stream the World Championship. I am just gonna... Actually, I'm gonna fake out the King Gambit. Zap Cannon has like a high chance to miss now. He's almost gonna switch. He's almost gonna swap his Raichu. Yeah. Yo, what's up, Jason? How you doing? There's a Sylveon. Is this Protect on your Gambit? No. Reason why I need to do this is because the potential Sucker Punch stuff. I'm pretty afraid of that. And you know, we're gonna get the lower in accuracy, surely. That does so much damage. Very important thing is I need to keep my Raichu alive for his Raichu for my Melodic. But I'm pretty sure I can just Thunderbolt the Sylveon in Muddy Water. What do you think's gonna win Worlds, Dolphin? Here's the Sucker Punch, but I do have the Focus Sash going. I'm hoping that Muddy Water plus T-Ball KOs Sylveon here. Otherwise, my Raichu does go down and opens up his... It does open up his Raichu. Does this pick up the KO? Picks up the KO. That is so huge. Especially because we have a Raichu live against his Raichu. And we have the Lightning Rod available now. So he's like very, very scared to Zap Cannon. Arcanine Raichu. I'm just gonna protect. I'm gonna protect. Do I need to protect my Milotic? I don't know if he has Fake Out. Does this team carry Fake Out on the Raichu? I'm pretty sure this team does carry the Fake Out on the Raichu. I'm pretty sure. Bro, dude, imagine if this team wins Worlds. You know how crazy it'd be? Hold on. It does carry Fake Out. I can look to double protect, but I'm just gonna protect this. I'm keep my Raichu protected. There's the E-Speed, and this is Zap Cannon. Oh, the Lightning Rod. The Lightning Rod always works, man. Always works, the Lightning Rod. Holy moly. I think, honestly speaking, I go Staraptor and I look to sack maybe? And I look to protect my Milotic. The Extreme Speed's a little scary. Charizard Mega Flowbell winning Worlds? I think so. I'm gonna be ranking him a little later on what I think is gonna win, but like I'm ready. I'm ready to rank stuff, man. Here's the E-Speed and here's the Zap Cannon into my Milotic slot. We get the Intimidate off. At least. Raichu is faster than Staraptor. He should be faster than Staraptor. Raichu is 130, right? Staraptor is also 130, but I'm not max speed. Staraptor's 110. I lied. I'm gonna actually swap out my Milotic and go to Raichu here. Yo, congrats Elijah. Congrats, bro. I hope you enjoy your new job. And Dual Weather will have second place. Ooh, Dual Weather. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it a little later on. And here's the Zap Cannon. I think Pex Zard will win. Dude, Pex Zard has seen a lot of play. Pex Zard? Dude, the friggin' stalling potential on Pex is crazy, you know? Yo, what's up, Cosmo? How you doing? Goated in singles and doubles. The Dual Weather team? With Zard and Pelipper? But yeah, no, I read that guy. Crazy style. We're gonna make it a Master Ball 2 at least. At least today we'll make it a Master Ball 2. Yeah, I think like 30 or 40 minutes and I'll start ranking Pokemon. Showing the world it never needed knockoff its skull. True. Dude, why wouldn't this team win? On the real, why wouldn't this team win? Oh my god, this is Chandelure City. Double fire? Solar? Dude, this Torkoal is carrying, bro. He's running Chlorophyll on Venu and also Mega Houndoom Solar Power. I'll take Staraptor. I think we should bring a King Gambit into this comp. Double fire fighting? I highly doubt this is Kanga for Rig Lead. I don't think this is Kanga for Rig Lead. But yeah, didn't Toxapex lose Scald when like the whole Scald thing happened back in the day? It's Kanga Farig. I was not expecting Kanga Farig. What ability do I want to swap? Armor Tail? Armor Tail, that'll increase the damage, I guess. That'll increase the damage, I guess. What's up? I tried the Frostless team. I led with Last and Sneezer. How did that go, Jones? War Jones sounds very similar to Warzone. Like COD. I mean, he could fake out Trick Room, but the thing is, I think I benefit from that a lot more on this turn at least. This means he brought Torkoal. We're taking the Parental Bond next turn if I live. We're taking the Parental Bond next turn if I live. Oh, beautiful. That does a lot of damage. Holy moly. Is this Trick Room on the Farig? This is what I'm very curious about. Lower in accuracy would be funny. It is Trick Room. We're taking that Parental Bond. Oh, give me that. Parental Bond can be skill swap, right guys, or no? Can Parental Bond be skill swap? I know some abilities cannot be skill swapped. Parental Bond can be skill swap, okay. I know there are like some abilities that cannot? Keklan? We're gonna try this. Reddit says it can. We'll see. We'll see. Reddit says it can. My melodic tanks that. Muddy Water goes first here, unfortunately. And it misses the Farig. Whatever, bro. Whatever, man. We get some decent damage on Kangaskhan. Let's see if the skill swap. It does work. It does work. No way. You have free Parental Bond. Have you all heard of a Parental Bond Wyrdeer? Double Edge. Welp. I couldn't get any damage off on the Wyrdeer, unfortunately. No more Parental Bond Wyrdeer. Actually, a very easy turn would be... I need to just go Straptor, I guess. I need to go Straptor. This puts Kangaskhan on -1, at least. The Remore turns a Trick Room. I'm gonna just close combat Scald. Oh, what was? Oh yeah, Battle Bond. Yeah, for sure that doesn't work. Wait, Battle Bond could work actually, because Battle Bond. It's not that it changes forms anymore. It's just that you just go get +1 in special attack, and speed. So Battle Bond could work, no? Okay, yeah, that does a lot of damage, I can't lie. I don't think the Scald picks up the KO. Oh my god. Dude, OG Battle Bond was so much fun to use. Oh my. Oh, that's a crit, okay. I was about to say, that's a lot of freaking damage. I'm looking to double protect this turn and then go into my Chandelure and my Staraptor slot. That's the plan. Because there's only 2 more turns of Trick Room left. I'm pretty sure, yep. There's only 2 more turns of Trick Room left. Yeah. Yeah. Weather Ball into... T-Bolt into... Okay. Good to know. Holy. Weather Ball's into Staraptor, so I'll go Shandy here. And I'll just Muddy Water. Now, his Trick Room should be gone after this turn, and I'm just like happy. Just a happy guy, you know? Oh, you have Venu at the back. Interesting. You're gonna look to Sleep Powder or something. Here's a Sidekick. Thankfully, my Chandelure lives. Muddy Water keeps missing, though. Lower in accuracy and it makes up for it, actually. Lower in accuracy would make up for it. Now that Sleep Powder's like freaking 50% accurate. But yeah, I'm able to Heat Wave here, I guess. And then I'm just gonna Muddy Water again. But yeah, maybe like 3 or 4 more games and I'll head over to the ranking. Ooh, you're gonna Giga Drain here. Onto the Milotic. Or Solar Beam, sure. Don't you think this is a bit much? Onto the Milotic? Wait, what just happened? What the heck just happened? Why didn't the Solar Beam go off? I need to go back. Wait, what happened to that Solar Beam? Didn't he just Helping Hand Solar Beam? Shouldn't my Milotic be dead there? No? What happened? Here's the Torkoal, here's the Kangaskhan. I'm just gonna Muddy Water and Heat Wave again. It should be GG's. No. What happened? What happened with that Solar Beam? Competitive? Because I thought my Milotic should have been down there. Is that a glitch? Oh, it was a miss. It was the accuracy. Oh my god. Bro. This is why Muddy Water? This is why Muddy Water is my new favorite move, bro. This is why I love Muddy Water. The accuracy drop is everything, bro. The accuracy drop is everything. Okay, it's this team once again. Yeah, he could leave King Gambit. I just love leaving the Wyrdeer Milotic, I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna leave the same thing. I am gonna leave the same thing. If he goes Raichu, if he goes Raichu King Gambit lead, I have my Raichu as well. I have a better turn 1, I'm pretty sure. Because I can swap in my Raichu, get the Lightning Rod from the Zap Cannon, or I can do that turn 2. If I want to be safe, I double protect into Raichu. But yeah. But yeah, this team, second most popular team. Do I think it's gonna win Worlds? Don't know. It's a very trendy team, so I could definitely see it. Yeah, they're leaving the King Gambit and the Raichu. I mean, there's 2 ways I can play this. I can look to double protect into Raichu. Yeah. I'd rather just double protect here. Do I like... I could also just press Muddy Water and go into Raichu. That's like the risky option. The unfortunate thing is King Gambit is kind of scary. Fake out Sword Stance could happen too. I'm just gonna go into the Raichu. Go, Raichu! We don't get the competitive boost, but at least my Wyrdeer doesn't go down in one hit. But now I need to be a little bit careful because I have two Intimidate users at the back standing in front of a King Gambit, but Defiant. Who does it miss? King Gambit? No. Not bad damage, honestly. I'll take it. So he's just doubling my Melodic. Oh my freaking god, bro. Dude. That King Gambit damage, plus one Kowtow Life Orb, that can't be real. That actually cannot be real. This probably swap out into Raichu. He also Focus Blast here, I guess, the Melodic. It's a 50-50 on what he wants to do. Because he can Sucker Punch the Melodic or he can Focus Blast the Melodic. He has two choices to KO. And that's probably why he stays in, no? Yeah, that's a Sucker Punch on the King Gambit. Ooh, it's Focus Blast Raichu. He wants to break my Sash to open up for Zap Cannons. Let's get some consistent damage going. It's gonna be Sucker Punch, isn't it? Can I not go Staraptor here? And protect the Raichu? And then what am I gonna do the turn after? Mega CC? Look for a double protect? Or look to charm so he can't Sucker Punch me? Works out. Okay, we'll protect the Raichu. We'll protect our boy. We're unfortunately giving this King Gambit +2. It's kind of scary, honestly, but... I mean, whatever am I gonna do? Sucker Focus Blast? Sucker into Staraptor, Focus Blast into Raichu. Oh! Oh! That does some friendly amount of damage, doesn't it? That does some friendly amount of damage. I don't think if a Mega Sucker Punch... yeah, I don't think if a Mega Sucker Punch will KO. Now the problem is the Raichu. I don't think he presses Zap Cannon here either in front of my Raichu. So maybe to freely switch in my Melodic here. Unless he does press the Zap Cannon. It could be a potential option, I guess. But I don't think it's like a likely option. Use the Sucker Punch into Raichu. And not very effective Focus Blast. And we pick up the KO on the King Gambit. Unfortunately speaking, all our Pokemon are chipped. All of our Pokemon are so chipped. So, like, realistically, I don't know how we come back from this. I think we have to hope and pray we call the right turns for, like, the next few turns. Like, 3 of our Pokemon are very chipped. Sylveon, yeah, that's a tough one to deal with. If I close combat Raichu and go into my own Raichu, both Pokemon will get KO because of Sylveon. Is chipped bad? I'm out of touch with you, Kid Lingo. I mean, look at the HP bars of my Pokemon. Look at the HP bars of my Pokemon. It's not looking too good. There should be Zap. It's just Hyper Voice. Oh. Yeah. It's just they've taken a lot of damage. Don't worry, Travis. The 50-year-old man. 50-year-old man. Oh, okay. We need them to make one mistake. Yes. I unfortunately... Wait, I think No, I figured it out. 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 Skill swap pixelate. Step 1. Step 2, muddy water. Lower accuracy. There could be detect trick room too on his end, but oh my god, please, 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 please. We get rid of his pixelate. How much damage is it gonna do to my Melodic is the question. How much damage is it gonna do to my Melodic? We get the competitive boost. Thank you for translating for your elders. I got you. You gotta support your elders, bro. Come on, a crit, lower accuracy. Lower the accuracy, maybe. My melodic lives those. Oh, my melodic lives those. Ooh, that was actually, that skill swap was like actually kind of game deciding. No. I need muddy water to hit both Pokemon to win the game. Hold on, I think I figured the line. I need muddy water to hit both Pokemon to win the game. No. I'm gonna take a really big risk. I'm gonna muddy water and Trick Room. My Melodic is the fastest on the field right now. I need muddy water to hit both. Oh, that's not too good. That detect is not too good. This is competitive on my Melodic right now. Oh, I set up the Trick Room for him? Okay, the good thing about this turn is this Sylveon is useless. I know it KO Sylveon, the Muddy Water. Based on what happened last turn. Anti-FF! This is why Wyrdeer is the best Pokemon. Dude, I was in such a bad position there. I was actually in such a bad position. Holy. Give me a moment. Yo, I appreciate the follow. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's not. No special attack. Dude, I'll be honest, I'm not even playing the main mode. I'm not even playing the Staraptor mode. But yeah, it's no special attack. Very, very bulky Melodic. I think King Gambit can find some value, but I just prefer running these two. Or these two things here. But yeah, we somehow made it out. We somehow did make it out. I don't know if that game was certain, though. I don't think that game was certain. Toji. And I like Raichu. Into Wyrdeer Melodic. He's gonna get the Defiant boost on the Annihilate, unfortunately. But if I'm able to skill swap the Raichu, I'm actually pretty happy. Get the Lightning Rod and then prove that Raichu can be useless. I could also go into my own Raichu. But I've already made my choice. I've already made my choice. He could Fake Out plus Bulk Up. That's a possibility, I guess. I guess that, like, a lot of Annihilate Bleeds like to Fake Out Bulk Up. Raichu. Okay, we're getting rid of his No Guard at least. Oh, you're just doubling the deer. He does not like the deer. Homeboy does not like the deer. At least we got a solid Muddy Water off. Lower the accuracy of No Guard Raichu. GG's. You can go to my own Raichu. I don't really want to go Staraptor. Staraptor would only pose a bigger problem for against Annihilate. And I'll just Scald the Annihilate. I really need to take this Annihilate down. Is this a Ghost type? It is Sinistra. He's gonna look to Rage Powder later on then. This Annihilate might get a little out of hand. Yeah, this Annihilate seems like it's gonna get out of hand. Staraptor's tough. Staraptor's tough to bring right now because Annihilate is only just gonna get more boosts. I'm gonna try to T-Bolt in Muddy Water, I guess. I am gonna T-Bolt in Muddy Water. See what happens. But yeah, guys, I think, yeah, here's the Rage Powder. I mean, he just Rage Powder bulks up, or like Rage Powder something. Next win, I'm gonna transition a little over to ranking all the Pokemon. Or ranking all the Mega Pokemon. Mrs. Sinistra? That's fine, at least. That does some solid damage, actually. That does do some solid damage. I can slow this down a little. I can slow him down a tiny bit by going into my Staraptor Milotic, but it just makes his Annihilate stronger, which is the problem. I think his Annihilate is just a huge problem right now. I'll do it, I guess. He's gonna Rage Powder Rage Fist again. But things aren't looking too good. Things aren't looking too hot. Because this only boosts Annihilate even more. Because he's +2 now. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason for him not to press this every single turn. Not looking... There's the Rage Fist, so I'm immune to it at least. Like, my Raichu is faster than my Staraptor, I guess. I wish it wasn't faster than my Staraptor this turn. Because I want to KO Sinistra with Staraptor and then look to KO Annihilate. But that's not gonna happen, unfortunately. That is not going to happen. Because he's gonna Rage Powder once more, isn't he? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. This Sinish is dead. Ooh. That Protect... I'm surprised he didn't press a Rage Powder, Rage Fist there. It depends on what his last Pokemon is. It could change the tide of the battle. I think he kind of blundered not pressing the Rage Powder Rage Fist. Maybe he was trying... Oh, he was probably setting up Trick Room. Because I am really fast. Use the Raichu. I can look to double Protect, I guess. I should look to double Protect. But then this... I really don't want to double Protect, though. I'm gonna take a risk, actually. And I think he's gonna fake out my Staraptor. And not my Raichu. There it is. And then we get some good solid damage on the Annihilate. And we pick up the KO. That's a game-changing prediction right there. That is a game-changing prediction. And now you go into Samurott. As long as my Raichu's alive, I'm just really happy, you know? Very, very good read. Yes, sir. That was a very good read. And I'm just gonna CC Raichu. Yeah. I think this is... I don't know what Hasumi and Samurott can do. It is Sucker Punch, okay, but I do have Focus Sash at least. So you just pick up the KO one Raichu, which will open up your position for your Raichu. But I'm gonna KO with this turn. And then it's just a Hisuian Samurott, and that's it. Hisuian Samurott against the world. And it's a forfeit. Dude, this team, man, I could probably make 100 videos with this team. I'm gonna get 100 wins on Wyrdeer. I might be the first person to get 100 wins on Wyrdeer. Oh, they change. They change. Okay, let's do a little bit of a recruit Pokemon here. What? Would you like to use our... Oh, sure. I don't know the hell that is. I don't know the hell that was. Mawile. Ooh. More Goldingos and I'm happy. Sure, I'll take a Goldingo. I'd be very happy with the Goldingo. What do you think about Heliolisk using Electrify to make Mega Sceptiles safe? My biggest question is how fast is Heliolisk? Unless you're like how fast is Heliolisk? What's his base speed? 109? I guess you can slap Choice Scarf on it. I think it can work, but Electrify against ground types, right? Like how does Electrify work against ground types? That's my question. Like, are they just immune because Electrify is an electric type move? I mean, I've never heard of the move. I just don't know what type it is because I've never used it in game. I assume it's an electric type move. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter if it's ground types because Sceptile is just grass. Just able to Leaf Storm and Giga Drain. But yeah, I think a big problem that could arise with... I think it's playable. I'm just going to list out the potential problems that can arise with it. Yeah. Heliolisk is a little bit slow, unfortunately. But you can slap a Choice Scarf on it, which will make him work. I think Trick Room is just a hard counter to it, right? Because that means you can't press Electrify anymore. Or even like a Tailwind with a faster Pokemon could also be a big counter. So you outspeed the Electrify, and you can carry. So like I think there are ways around it. But I think it's interesting. Milotic is honestly my go-to champion. Dude, I love Milotic. She's so unexpectedly tanky too. Yo, what's up, John Thomas? How you doing? This is Volt Switch. It's either Volt Switch or T-Bolt into my Milotic. This is why I swapped in. What? He learns that? This is gonna do no damage to T. Oh wait, Rotom learns that move? Hello? I did not even know. Rotom learned Light Screen. I'm doing good, Ja. I am doing good. Are you a Pokemon Champions player? I can fake a Rotom, I guess. I'm gonna charm this thing. Yes, he has Steelix, yeah. Wait, this is Wolfie's team, really? Oh, it's actually Wolfie's team? My past streams have been going pretty well, I'll be honest with you. I'm prepping for Worlds today, or like Worlds this week though. I'm pretty excited for Worlds. Co-streaming the Worlds events. I was gonna comment that this team looks similar to Wolfie, what was it, Indianapolis? Dude, this light screen. Oh my god, this game's gonna be so slow. This game's actually gonna be so slow. Is this light clay or no? Can you guys tell me that? Is this light clay on the Rotom typically or no? 3 more turns of light screen. I can slow him down. I'm double intimidate. I'm not too I'm not too disappointed. Leftover Rotom. Okay, sounds good. Your stream is really cool. I enjoy your stream. Yo, I appreciate it, John. I appreciate it, bro. It's citrus on Sinistra? It's citrus on Sinistra. Okay. Thank you, man. Try my best. Megastone for T-Tar and Steelix. Okay, so it's Steelix is not here then. My only worry about this is Rock Slide on the T-Tar. But yeah, I'll be co-streaming Worlds all weekend. That's the goal. Speaking of the Rock Slide, not so good. Not so good. Only damage. I think my goal right now with Staraptor is to pick up a KO on Sinistra. I'd be happy with a KO on Sinistra. The great thing here is my Milotic is still very healthy. Is T-Tar faster right now? 71. I think T-Tar might be faster, no? T-Tar should be faster. Let's just see. Let's see what happens. Which other games do you play? To be honest, I only really play Pokemon Champions. I'm a competitive batter through and through, I'll be honest with you. Rock Slide, knock off T-Tar. Rock Slide, knock off D-Dance, protect. Got you. I appreciate the follow, Strathos. She's gonna look to set up another light screen. Thank God that does no damage. Because I am Mega Staraptor. That is crazy 0 damage. At least we get the Scald off. I'm really happy about the Scald. Can I get a burn? Yes! Yes, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. The burn. Okay, I think I'll let this Staraptor go down. The last thing I want to do is just see if I can set up Tailwind. I want to start streaming some PMPs. Yo, then start streaming, Nelly, no? You got this, bro. You got this. FSCS 2 COD Valorant? You play a lot of shooters, huh? FPS? FPS shooters. There's another light screen. Another light screen. At least the Raptor gets the Tailwind up. Pretty happy with the Tailwind. And then this motherfucking Rotom's gonna press the move again. He's gonna press the move once more. The light screen move. Oh, he just goes T-Bolt. Yo, what's up, Evit? How you doing? The storm subsided. We'd love to see that. Okay. I want to call out this turn. I really want to call out this turn. The thing I want to call out here is a Sinistra swap onto the T-Tar. Rotom has T-Bolt, Light Screen, Will-O-Wisp, Protect. Got you. No water move is interesting. I'll go Raichu. Here it is. Sinistra! There it is. There it is. Good prediction. I wonder if this KOs though. I don't know if this KOs. This was a really risky turn, but like I think it was very obvious what he was gonna do on that turn. We got the Soul Read. By the way, what time is your next stream? Next stream is Wednesday at 7 p.m. EST. I will be doing viewer battles, and then Friday and Saturday at like 12 or 12:30 EST. And then after that, after that, like Sunday, whenever VGC starts on Championship Sunday, that's like the plan right now. Why sacrifice Strapper though? I got a KO, and Strapper was so low he was gonna die to like two more sandstorms. I think I can make it out without Staraptor. I'm gonna go Milotic. 48 hours straight live stream in the weekend. Yeah, you're gonna do that with me, Travis, right? Schedule is posted somewhat frequently on here. Yeah, somewhat frequently. No roost. Yo, sounds good, John Thomas. I'm excited. So excited. So excited for Worlds. Seeing what wins. Wait, why is Steelix here? Why is Steelix here? I did not even clock that shit. Why is Steelix here? I'm gonna scald the Steelix, and then I'm gonna fake out the Rotom. Oh my god, how long have you been streaming Gen? Consistently? Actually, I don't know. It's been a while. I think it's been a few years. But like, I haven't, like, it's been like on and off. It's been like on and off streaming. Because at the beginning, I streamed League. Well, I started with Pokemon, I went with League for a bit. I played a bit of TFT. And then I'm back to Pokemon because of Champions. But no, dude, Raichu? I'm gonna protect on Raichu. This Rotom can't touch Raichu. Yo, what's up, Jad? How you doing, bro? Yeah, like, I'll be live stream from work. Yeah, Travis, I'll be waiting, bro. I'll be waiting. The work live stream. Yeah, no, it is Wolfie's team, but he already megaed his T-Tar, so I'm like, I found it crazy that he also brought Steelix in. Why is he so cool? Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm glad I'm outside of my league phase. I'm glad I'm outside of my league phase. I haven't played since January of this year. What the Tailwind? No, I got the accuracy, first turn, and then he swapped. I feel like this is just protect. I'm just gonna click the Muddy Water. And then I'll just T-Bolt. Yeah, this is protect. What do you do besides gaming, like hobbies or activity? I work out, I listen to music, I read a lot of manga and anime. Does this guy not know how Lightning Rod works? Yeah, Steelix did good in the first regional, Indianapolis regional, because Wolfglick hit second place with it. Yeah. I've played 6 years, I think I guess I'm good for that. No, you're still a league addict, bro. I just love my position here in EFFs. But what if he does bring it to Worlds? What if he does bring it to... Bro, if he brings this to Worlds... Like, surely he doesn't bring this team to Worlds, man. Like, surely not. I cannot believe he's gonna bring this team to Worlds. Two times money, one miss. Yeah, but it's 85% accurate, so it makes sense. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I want to do more stuff, but right now I want to try and grow streaming right now. Your automat is so weird, it won't let me send messages go through. Really? Okay, I will fix the automat after stream. Right now, yeah, I'll fix the automat after stream. I'll be honest, I didn't even look at his team. Okay, fix automat Twitch. Wolfie's team is strong unless you use it. Bro thought he got the world champion differential and he could thunderbolt through a lightning rod. Honestly, I really believe your streams are really, really good. I'm sure I appreciate it, John Thomas. I appreciate it. if I'm being honest with you, I feel like, personally speaking, I feel like there's a lot of good streamers out there, but like the most important part is like what you do outside of streaming, because like a lot of people can stream and can do all this other type of stuff, but at a certain point it also comes, it's also like a marketing thing at a certain point too. Yo, what's up, Brendan? How are you doing, bro? How are you doing? Yeah, yeah, mate, you deserve this world, not to. Dude, I don't know about that much, bro. I don't know about the world. A large ass world. You know what I'm saying? Dude, I kind of like that guy's outfit. That guy reminds me of like that one guy from ZA. They don't expect this lead, guys. They do not expect this lead. I'm gonna trickery him. I am gonna trickery him. Earth Power? Power Gem? I'm gonna Muddy Water. I'm gonna break... Oh my god, I keep forgetting. This is non-Sash Whimsicott. Bro. 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 Life Orb Whims with Grass Knot. Okay. Well... it's kind of awkward now. Things are kind of awkward. Because... Things are kind of awkward because I have two fast Pokemon at the back. I was not expecting that. I've seen this team before and I feel like they don't run the Grass Knot. I feel like they... Oh wait, you said words, not world. Dude, I'm dyslexic, bro. Tailwind? Tailwind? Skill swap? I was thinking about skill swapping Whimsicott, but I think I'd rather KO it. Whimsicott is 116. Why run a fast Pokemon in Trick Room? I thought my Milotic was gonna live, but my Milotic didn't live, which is unfortunate. So I'm forced to bring out my Raichu or my Staraptor. Okay, he lends the double, or he goes for the double protect. He's trying to stall out the Trick Room. Honestly, probably better for me. If you use an overlay on your stream, I think it would be really nice and more... Yeah, wait, I got an overlay though, no? You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna run the same thing. Okay, low key, guys, like, I'm being 100% honest with you. Skill swapping Whimsicott's kind of grief. I think. I don't need skill swap. I don't need skill swap. I just need damage right now. I'm very behind. Yo, what's up, Instinct? How you doing, bro? I don't think I need Prankster right now. I'd rather KO Pokemon. I'm behind a Pokemon right now. So yeah. Eric Rios' team Pokemon Champions? This is not Eric Rios' team. Unless he made a new one after NAIC. That damage. No. Two more turns of Trick Room. I need to utilize these Trick Room turns wisely. Oh my god, I was about to press Tailwind on accident. This could definitely be like Rock Slide? Spiky Shield Rock Slide? Spiky Shield Earthquake? I'm very scared about my Staraptor, so I need to protect. We have some good damage on the Garchomp at least. How do we make it out of this game, huh? How do we make it out of this game? How does one make it out of this game? Psychic Noise once more? I don't think Rock Slide KOs my Staraptor. I really don't. Whims? You Whims. I don't think my Staraptor is slower than Garchomp. I need to be a little bit careful about what I do this turn. Twisted dimensions return to normal. Okay. I cannot fake out this turn. I cannot fake out this turn. Are we good, guys? I think we're good. It's Basque. It's Basque. Hold on. Trick Room? Okay. I thought of it. No, but like Basque KO's Wyrdeer. Like surely Basque KO's Wyrdeer. Like surely Basculation KO's Wyrdeer here. Like with Tailwind Wave Crash? I'm a little bit afraid of a Tailwind Wave Crash. Use a Tailwind. And now show me the Wave Crash. Oh, it's into my Wyrdeer. Okay, yeah, it was. I thought the Basculation did turn for a second, so I thought it wasn't into Wyrdeer, but it was into Wyrdeer. If this Thunderbolt KOs, there's a chance. There's a chance. There's not a chance. There's 0 chance, man. Cause his Glamora has Earth Power. You have Earth Power, don't you? And you're under Tailwind. How unfortunate. How unfortunate. Earth Power Moonblast. By the way... Oh my gosh. Okay, that game, I'm gonna chalk it up to... I didn't expect the Grass Knot. I did not expect the Grass Knot on the Whimsicott with Life Orb. I think that's like a fair enough assumption to make. I personally think that the... I've personally never seen that in my life, actually. Never seen Grass Knot, Life Orb, Whimsicott, so you know... Not gonna blame myself on that loss. But yeah, I think this will be last battle, and then I'm gonna start ranking all the Pokemon. Ranking all the Mega Pokemon. Because Worlds is just a few days away. Dude, I'll be honest, dude, Wyrdeer, I just love leading Wyrdeer Melodic. But this is just a... Raichu Staraptor here doesn't seem that bad here either. I'll just leave the same Pokemon. Wait, why are you running the Wyrdeer instead of the Giraffe? Wyrdeer gets Intimidate. Wyrdeer intimidates, so you can skill swap the Intimidate and give a competitive boost to Milotic. It's actually quite hype. Mine are gaming, watching, anime, reading comics, also doing freelancing as my main. What do you freelance? Also, what's your favorite anime? Out of curiosity. Sorry, my thing disconnected, so I didn't see that chat for a while. Yes, it's the Vision. Garchomp. Ooh. Hold on. I skill swap his Mirror Armor, he activates Intimidate, and then I lower his attack. Thoughts? Thoughts? Skill swap. The Mirror Armor. Yeah, there it is, yeah. I mean... Okay... I'll take it? So watch this, we skill swap the Mirror Armor and then we get the Intimidate. No, watch this. And then Intimidate activates, and then Mirror Armor activates, and then it'll lower the attack of Corviknight. Okay, big brain. Big brain. Does not pick up the KO on Serena. I think there's a Choice Scarf on Serena. Not Choice Scarf on Serena. But you are Tailwind. That means I can force Trick Room right now. You have pretty fast Pokemon. Gonna see if I can force the Trick Room. I'm gonna see if I can force this Trick Room. Because, like, yeah, Trop Kick is, like, really scary into my Milotic, yeah. There's the Trop Kick. He's probably the Brave Bird. Oh my god. Best of one! Best of one shenanigans, man. Wait, who has the Mirror Armor? I have the Mirror Armor. He has Intimidate. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Trop Kick? Doesn't KO my Milotic. I will put it to -1. It guaranteed lowers attack. I'll be +4. I'll take that. And we just go to Straptor because this Corviknight doesn't have Mirror Armor. I'm pretty happy. Yeah? Yeah? Watch this. We get the -1 on the Serena. Show me the Trop Kick into my Milotic. And then we're gonna lower my attack stats. And then we're gonna get +4 because it's competitive. Oh, little did he know. Little did he know. +4 my Milotic. Running the game. Now I just want to look to set up Tailwind to enable the Milotic. Accuracy Trop 2 is evil. It's so evil. Yo, I appreciate the follow, guys. I appreciate all the follows. Dillo and Drewski, Arceus. Just the Corviknight once more. The Corviknight does have Mirror Armor now, but he has one more turn of Tailwind, doesn't he? He has one more turn of Tailwind. I'm okay if my Straptor does go down. My Milotic is the main carry right now. I don't have Icy Wind. I have Ice Beam. My Milotic is +4, so we want to protect my Milotic with our whole freaking heart. Dragon Claw. Tailwind. Now game just looks hard for him. As soon as I get my Milotic gets too close to 2 comps, I leave it. So no, you can't leave. Every game is winnable, Brady. You gotta remember that. Every game is winnable. But I almost lost because my Milotic was spamming Icy Wind to Corviknight. Doesn't that lower my Milotic's defense? Or sorry, doesn't that lower my Milotic's speed because of the Icy Wind and Mirror Armor? Yeah, speed. I don't know why I said defense. I don't know. Oh, oh my god, I just realized that's so smart. That is so smart. I just clocked that. Yeah, so okay. Okay, how does Mirror Armor work? So if I'm supposed to lower any of your stats, it mirrors it back towards you and it lowers your stats instead. So for example, if I want to intimidate a Mirror Armor Pokemon, the Intimidate will come back to me instead. Or in Drewski's example, I'm gonna call you Drewski from now on. The Icy Wind, the Milotic press Icy Wind into the Corviknight, so the Corviknight has the Mirror Armor, which sends the lower in speed back to Milotic, but Milotic has competitive, so any lowering of stats, you get an increase to your special attack by 2 stages. That's so evil. That is so smart too. You gotta give them props. This was winnable if Arceus shot a Hyper Beam at my Milotic. No, my Milotic would live. My Milotic would live, surely. You're potentially good, bro. Oh, don't worry. Okay, sounds good, bro. That's good to hear. Or I thought it reflected Thunder Wave on that. That's Magic Bounce. Magic Bounce is any status moves get bounced back, just like Mirror Armor. But yeah, this game seems a little over. Mega Blaster's gonna do what? My Melodic is so tanky after true. It's generally over if it... Dude, I hate the Hypnosis Coil set. I absolutely hate Hypnosis Coil. Water Spout said, show me the Water Spout. Oh, it's Water Pulse. I don't think this even is close to KOing. That was a crit. That makes sense. Because, yeah, I was like +2 or +3 there. I'm like, no way this KOs. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna do something funny. We're just gonna do something a little funny, okay? We're gonna do something a little funny. We're getting this Melodic to +6! We're getting this guy to +6! Bro, I want to break my phone when they go Coil Hypno with Tailwind. Dude, what do you even do in that position? Like, literally. Like, that's probably such a depressing position for you, no? I guess I gotta click the Trick Room or the Safeguard. Dude, I wish more people use Safeguard. If more Pokemon had access to Safeguard, that'd be so fun. Oh! Guess what? We're getting our Melodic to +6! We're getting our Melodic to +6 for the memes. See, you gotta respect this guy. You have to respect this guy for staying through the whole battle. You know? You have to respect him. What Hypno Tailwind happened to me? I had to forfeit turn off my Switch. Oh, dude, literally, man. This Melodic +6, undefeatable. Dude, that Trop Kick was very unfortunate on his end. Damn! We might make it a champion tier today with this team. Okay, realistically, I'm probably going to end it pretty soon. Battling pretty soon. I have another video to record. On stream. Last battle. And then we'll move on. How do I stop Vivillon? How do I stop Vivillon? I don't particularly like Shandy here. Okay, it is pseudo Perish Trap, but you also have a weather mode. You know, I'm just gonna tank it. I'm legit just gonna tank the Vivillon. Just hope and pray he doesn't go Vivillon. Rage. That is Vivillon. Just a nasty little Vivillon. Whatever shall I do? At least we get the Intimidate off. That means this is not the Trick Room mode, is it? I'm just gonna do 2 good moves right now. Yo, don't think I can say that one on stream. But I agree. Dude, wait until you play against Amoonguss. Just wait until if you think Vivillon is bad, just wait until Amoonguss. I am waiting the day Amoonguss becomes legal. No. At least this Swampert is -1. Lower accuracy, please lower accuracy. Please lower accuracy on Vivillon. I'm praying. Oh my god, double lower accuracy. Dude, this my Melodic's the fucking goat, bro. Okay. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. 1 in 3. I'm gonna run Life Orb, Talonflame just to one-shot him with Brave Bird. But what if it's Sash? I guess you can run Dual Wing, but you have a 10% chance of missing. Oh my god. Bro, like, genuinely? You got an accuracy drop and you still hit that. Is crazy. How do you feel about the new YouTube requirements? I mean, they don't apply to me, so I don't really mind. Because I'm already in the partner program, so it doesn't matter. Plus, like, also the thing is, like, if you can't get to that point anyways, like, if you can't get to the new requirement, it's like, you're probably not going to make, like, a full-time living, essentially. That's, like, my thought process, at least. What is Polytoad? I guarantee Wake on this turn with Wyrdeer. Don't hit me with the confusion. Dude, every time I get confused when I don't want to be confused. I don't hit the 1 in 3. Another 1 in 3. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. I ran into Vivillon, Parachef plus Encore, Polytoad was disabled gang. Dude, fucking. Oh my God. Dude, let's just eliminate Vivillon. How is this Route 1 bird or bug dominating? Okay, you can work Caledon, sure. Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand. I'm starting to understand now. Who doesn't miss? Yeah, fuck me, bro. Lower accuracy, at least. Hit myself, hit myself! Imagine I hit myself. Oh my God, I'd be so happy. Imagine I hit myself that turn. Oh my God. Okay, no, this is a very easy turn. Very, very easy turn on my end. Okay. They're also giving a watch time counting as views. You can watch it for... Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. Yeah, I think AI is gonna be so prevalent now, but whatever can I do? Whatever can I do? I'll just keep streaming, having fun. Electroshock probably into Swampert. You know what I'm saying? Electroshock into Swampert. Electroshock into my Milotic into Swampert. Dragon Pulse. Interesting move. Very interesting. Dude, I keep missing our Caledon. Can I hit our Caledon? Or is this guy like fucking Thanos? I'm gonna go Staraptor now. Scald the Swampert. Curious what he does here. Curious what he does. I highly doubt this is an Electroshot. Yeah, there's the Protect on our Caledon. This should be double Protect, but it's not double Protect. He's highly unlikely to press Electroshot there because I have my Raichu out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. There we go. We got through on that turn. But yeah, like, I don't think he presses Electroshot in that position. And then Strapper just reduces, like, the damage output with Intimidate. So Swampert lives. Did he see us? No, he didn't. He did not see my Staraptor. What is this Vivillon said? Is this Scarf? Is this Scarf? Is this Scarf Vivillon? Based on him bringing it out this turn, I feel like it's Scarf. But this turn, for me, the reason why I switched to Raichu is also covers for Electro Shot. That Brave Bird, the Vivillon, just KO it. It is not Scarf Vivillon. Electro Shot? Electro Shot? Electro Shot? It's like two juicy Electro Shot users. You have the Staraptor and the Milotic. Yep. Yeah. It was too juicy, bro. You had a Flying Cape and a Water type out. Dude, like, anyone would Electroshot there. And EFS. Ooh. Feels bad, bro. Feels bad. That was a really good positional game. That was a really, really good positional game. Bro expected a homeless man to not eat the juice. He didn't eat it the first time. He resisted the first time. But the second time he didn't. The second time he didn't resist. Aqua Warrior. I'll be honest, I want to do the ranking, but I just feel very in the zone battling right now. You know what I mean? Every time I get burned by Skull, I always think about how literally it's literally a Fisher chance. Dude, Skull has to be like a 50% chance to burn, I swear to God. Almost 1920. Yes, sir, Alyssa. Yes, sir. My peak was like 2K or something. I didn't know you haven't showed Staraptor. Honestly, fair. I mean, I think he could have deciphered based on what I brought, but don't know. Just as a curiosity, what do you do outside of poker tubing for a living, bro? If I'm being 100% honest with you, Red Devils, I graduated 4 months ago, and the job market has not been so friendly. We'll just put it that way. You know what I mean? But I would do some type of like data analysis, like marketing job, if I had the opportunity to. Kowtow KO's Wyrdeer. Kowtow KO's Wyrdeer. Do I take this risk? I'm gonna see if I can skill swap. Bro, I peaked at champion, but I'm top 3. Ooh, when did you peak at champion? It's time to hit a new peak. Hooray, bro. Hooray. Time to hit a new peak. Okay, he brought his Sinistra out. But this will at least give me the competitive boost. Scald and Rostlight effects are 50% game for you told me. Did you check the code? Did you check the code? I hit 11 Rostlight and 0 flinches, only 50% on the enemy side 3 days ago, but went on an insane losing streak. Rip, man. What team are you running? Ah, oh, fuck. Muddy Water misses? The Sinistra, ain't no way. I low-key just want to target the Sinistra. What else do I... Should I skill swap the Defiant? Does he have any Defiant users? He has Incineroar. Hold on. I think skill swapping Defiant's not that bad. I got nothing better to do, so might as well. Might as well. Give me the Defiant. +2 Ice Beam? Oh my god, if a Helping Handed. Oh my god, miss. No. Is censored skill? What is that, Shiny Mega? Censored? What's this? Kowtow? Bro is gunning for my Milotic. I'm actually okay with this. Okay. Wait, I was like, why did he get the Defiant boost? Because I was doing some skill swap shenanigans. Wait, so do I have... Oh my god, I don't even remember the order. What ability I have on Wyrdeer. Is it Intimidate? Let's Defiant. Then you have Hospitality. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna Brave Bird and then I'm gonna get the healing back from Hospitality. Your profanity filter censored you when you said skill. What? Really? Is there a way I can turn that off? You swapping Defiant. I am swapping Defiant. I'm okay with that. Double Protect. I'm happy. Have you actually gone for actual Pokemon PvP competitions in the past? Like regionals? I gone to one regionals in January. I placed, what was it, 196, I think, out of 1,000 players. And then, like a month ago, I competed in the largest regulation MB event. and I placed 60, I think. I don't remember my official placing. But I think it was 60 I placed out of like 5,000 players online. That was a lot of fun. Okay, watch this, guys. We're gonna get the Brave Bird, and then I'm gonna take some damage here. It was like, and then we're gonna skill swap the Hospitality back over, and then we're gonna heal Oyster Raptor. We're gonna heal Oyster Raptor back all that damage it took. Well, say goodbye to Wyrdeer. Who do you think is gonna win Worlds this year, player-wise or Pokemon-wise, Jay? Yeah, dude, it still feels so crazy how I play 60th. Oh yeah, 60th feels so mad impressive, bro. I built the team, or not. I built the team. I didn't know what to run. I didn't know what to run, so I'm like, okay, I'll just pick up Big Six like 12 hours before the tournament, and hit 60th. Like, isn't that crazy? It should be double protect. Might want to add a grass move because of my Logic too, but I still run the Mechachomp Sandstream team. It's really good, got me to top 300. Crazy, actually. Both up to you. I mean, obviously, I think Wolfie winning. I think everyone wants to see Wolfie win, right? I don't know. There's just, okay, here's the problem with tournaments. I think it's hard to predict who wins. Sure, here's the Sucker Punch. It's just hard to figure out who's gonna win tournaments. Cause at a certain point it's also luck based too for tournaments. Doesn't pick up the KO. Sag. Pokemon wise, I think the most obvious Pokemon is Charizard. I think Charizard's probably gonna win. I think Charizard just is really. I mean, it's been the strongest Pokemon for a long time. Okay. Here's the #1 rule I've taken from League, though. You can end on a loss. So before we get to the tier list, I'm gonna end on a win real quick. Yeah, no, I spent too many turns skill swapping, just messing around. Dude, I love skill swap. Dude, skill swapping is so fun. I mean, like, realistically, I Trick Room instead of skill swap skill swap there on that one turn where I KO'd Sinistra, and then I skill swapped the Hospitality and the Defiant again. How do I miss a 90% accurate movement? So what did you miss? Okay. Actually, Chandelure seems really strong. Chandelure lead? I actually kind of like a Chandelure lead. Chandelure Milotic seems like a solid lead. I don't think I'm bringing Wyrdeer into this one. Straptor Raichu. Last 5 regionals top 1 finishes where 0 Zard Y finishes. But the thing about Zard Y right now is that Zard Y teams are trending really hard. For like the past 2 weeks. Like in like the past 2 weeks, past a week, a lot of people are using Zard Y in tournaments. It's Zard Y. Big Six is the #1 most used team. I'll actually get into this in a presentation I'll do today. Yeah, Big Six is the #1 most used team, and then Eric Rios NESC 2026 second place is the 3rd place team. Skill swap is hilarious. Man. High horsepower with Excadrill. Rip, bro. That's so rip. I used to run Talonflame with the Charty Berry. Tanked at least 1 Rock Slide. Only because my other Pokemon were run Sash. Last team that won was Mega Blast with Stealth Rocks. I think they have a chance. I agree. I think that team does have a chance. Will-O-Wisp, Muddy Water. There's probably Trick Room on the Gardevoir. I will get all... Okay, sure. Gardevoir, right. But yeah, I'll be ranking the megas after my next win. And we'll talk about Zard why. We'll talk about everything. Gardevoir does not have competitive anymore. I have a feeling this is Trick Room. I have a feeling this is Trick Room. Also, dude, Gardevoir is such a beautiful mega, no? Or shiny at least. Shiny Gardevoir looks really nice. So, oh, honestly, fair enough. Lower accuracy! We always get that. I'm scarfed into Will-O-Wisp now. You know, imagine that was Garchomp Mega. Do I like Staraptor? I need to switch Shandy out. I don't think Raichu's gonna be much of value. And then I'll do this. See my point for honestly, you're so right. You're like one of the 2 Asian American PvP PokeTubers I know right now. Hope you'll reach Cybertron. Dude, I hope so too, I can't lie. Who's the other one? Is it Cybertron? Am I a fucking idiot? Is there another one? Oh my god! He called the devs to lower accuracy? Yeah, no, that's what I did right there. Is this a common team? Guys, or no? Because I don't think this is Mega Chomp. Lower accuracy. Just lower accuracy throughout. Because, like, this Chomp is physical. Like, this Chomp is physical. Okay. No, but I'm pretty sure this is... Pretty sure the team you're talking about it... Bro, guys, he's already Mega Evolved, bro. Guys, he's already Mega Evolved. He's already Mega Evolved. Okay. Rage Powder, probably? He is not... Mega Chomp, huh? Mega Chomp, interesting. W bait. Yo, I'm gonna get the freeze here too. We can't make the RNG too obvious on my side. Can't make the RNG too obvious. Okay. I know, bro. Thanos Finish is very specially defensive. I can go to Chandelure and hit a Heat Wave. Sure, I guess. I think the magic has fallen off now. Unfortunately. I think I need to stop playing this team or stop battling right now and start ranking Pokemon. Yo, Sway, I appreciate the follow. Dude, 2K is like, what, Master Ball 1? And I'm gonna get the burn on Garchomp. I already know Game Freak, bro. And we get the crit. And we get the double crit. And the burn. Dude, imagine we got the burn. Imagine. No Wyrdeer was the problem. True. No Wyrdeer was the problem. You're so right, actually. Should have brought the Wyrdeer. I should have brought the Wyrdeer. But guys, don't worry. You know why you don't have to worry? It's Staraptor Sweep Angle. That's what this game is screaming. It is Staraptor Sweep Angle. Double Protect. I don't want to catch the case of fake out. Game Freak pulled the RNG plug after you gave away the sauce. True. Yeah, my bad, bro. I leaked the code on accident, quote unquote. You should try using mainline game champion teams. See how that works. Sounds like a decent idea. Someone has already done that. Red Devil. It's a good idea. Someone has already done that though. His name is Manthus. I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it's like Manthus. I'm gonna Charm Brave Bird, the Gardevoir. I have an idea for next season though that I'm gonna bring. I have an idea for next season I'm pretty excited for. The teacup. Is it? Does this mean? Oh my god, the protect. I mean, he's playing it well. He is playing it well. Yo, Staraptor. Dude, I don't think I KO Gardevoir. Ever. I just need to keep Raichu alive, so Hyper Voice damage stays the same. Actually, I should have targeted the Gardevoir. What the fuck am I doing? He's gonna Rage Powder anyways, but I should have targeted Gardevoir just in case. Should have targeted Gardevoir just in case. But now this Hyper Voice... Do you have a Cobra Berry? It still KOs. But the thing is now, since my Raichu's alive, Hyper Voice... What? 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 I had a dream that in Gen 10 there's gonna be a priority move with 30% chance to burn and 70 base power. What are you, Brandon? Are you a freaking leaker or what? Can I need a KO Gardevoir? Does he know this? We'll double. I ain't get punished. Oh. Okay, just KOs both Pokemon. I have seen Sinistra quite a lot. What about Sinistee? Is it not viable? Never came across. Sinistra has a signature ability and a signature move that makes it really strong. It has a hospitality ability, which on switching it heals your ally for 25%. And it also has Matcha Gotcha, which hits both Pokemon, heals you for 50% of the damage dealt, I'm pretty sure, and then has a 20% chance to burn. So those two moves. Also, Sinistra also has a type change too, and is able to learn a very good supporting move called Rage Powder. So he's just very strong. Okay, guys, I'm done battling for the day. Today, now's the time that we're gonna start ranking Mega Pokemon based on how I think, based on like how the likelihood of them winning worlds. Eesh. Okay, should we put some music on? Is the question. Should we put some music on? Scary hours. Oh. Okay, let's go here. I think here. Here. Hold on a minute. Okay. We're gonna tier list Pokemon right now. Mega Pokemon based on how I think they'd win, how the likelihood of them winning worlds, essentially. Power creep post Gen 6 is nasty. I'm not surprised if they actually add it. It started with Geomancy. It did start with Geomancy. Ooh. Okay, now what I can do is, so I can do this too. Ooh, there we go. You think I think Mega Salamence is coming next. in a few days, or in like 2 or 3 weeks, I think. What's his name? Glitchx City. All right, boys. So today we're gonna be ranking. Oh, hold on. Let me start recording here. Yeah, let's start recording. Is this copyrighted? I don't fucking know. Pokemon Lo-Fi. Okay. Let me let me read the intro real quick before I put some music on. Worlds is just a few days away, and but the question looming over everyone's head is, what Mega Evolution will win the Pokemon World Championships? Today, I'll be ranking every Mega Pokemon on how likely they are to win the Pokemon World Championship. Let's break down each rank. S tier for me is the most likely to win it all. A tier are Pokemon that are likely to win it all. B tier are Pokemon that are generally strong, and I wouldn't be surprised if they won it all, but they do have some downsides. C tier are Pokemon that are kind of bad, but there is a niche carved out for them. And D tier Pokemon have a higher likely. And for D tier Pokemon, you'll have a higher likelihood of winning $1 million lottery than this Pokemon making it into the finals. Now, this list is subjective, so let me know what Pokemon you think will win Worlds in the comment section down below. Okay, that's the intro. I think it's a fire intro. But I just need to adjust some things real quick with this tier list. A, B, C, and then D. Okay, there we go. D. But no, I'm very excited for Mega Mance. Mega Mance seem. Oh my fucking god, that's so loud. You guys should be able to hear this now. Actually, I'm no screw this, screw this. What's the dude's name again? Do more Pokemon playlist. This is where the good stuff's at, not some lo-fi stuff. Not that I hate lo-fi or anything, but I want something more, a little bit more upbeat. Okay. The first Pokemon we're gonna talk about is Mega Venusaur. So we'll say, I think Mega Venusaur. I think Mega Venusaur's pretty good. I think Mega Venusaur is pretty good, like off-meta Pokemon. But I think it has some clear weaknesses, like not being able to hit something like fire types like Charizard or like other Mega Evolutions like Charizard. Or even like Kangaskhan. It's very tanky, but it's not gonna pick up any KOs. And I think Venusaur is like the epitome of like generally strong, but I wouldn't be surprised if it won at all. I think it's okay. Venusaur is on a lot of rain teams lately with Pelipper, as well as like Pelipper, Arcadon, Grimmsnarl, Basculegion. I could probably guess where Victory Bell's going. True, it's going S tier. I hope the next Primal Form to Zekrom and Reshiram, their speed is so ass. You think they give it Primal Form to Zekrom and Reshiram? But yeah, I think Venusaur is like the epitome of like mid Mega Evolution. Mega Charizard X, I've seen like 1 or 2 teams with Mega Charizard X, but nothing too serious lately. I've seen Mega Charizard X be paired like similarly alongside something like a Floette or a Delphox or Blastoise, like a Protect the King style composition. But to be honest, I haven't seen Mega X that often anymore, and I think, but because I've seen some teams with Mega X, I think I think it goes in C tier for sure, because there's a niche carved out for Mega X because it can press Dragon Dance as well as like the Fake Out or something with the Incineroar and like the Rage Powder on the Sinisha. But because unlike Charizard Y, it's a physical attacker, you're able to run coaching on the Sneasler. So I think it's definitely playable, but you just need a lot of support for Zard Y or Zard X. Moving on to Charizard Y, I think it's very obvious where this Pokemon goes. This Pokemon's easily going S tier. I think Megazord has been dominating the meta ever since regulation, or ever since Pokemon Champion started actually, and it stayed as the top Mega Pokemon for this basically the entire time. There were like small, like a few tournaments where Mega Charizard wasn't the most used Mega Pokemon, like the hype of Staraptor for example, but basically for the longest time Mega Staraptor, or for these past 4 months of Pokemon Champions, Mega Charizard has just been so dominant. Has literally been so dominant. Like Mega Salamence, but he's not here. I wish Mega Salamence was here. But yeah, Charizard, in my opinion, Charizard is the Pokemon to beat at this World Championships. So until proven otherwise, I'm keeping Charizard in S tier. I think it's a safe bet. In terms of Blastoise for me is very interesting because there's one team of Blastoise. There's the Blastoise, Delphox, Sinistcha, Sneasler, Incineroar, and Kingambit team, and that's the only team Blastoise is really in. The Farigiraf, Rain Dance, Trick Room sets of Blastoise really fizzled out. It's not really played at the top level of play. I haven't really seen it that much, but Blastoise and Delphox are like super duper simple to execute Pokemon on this team because you do press the Shell Smash and then you just Water Spout or Dark Pulse, and you have a lot of disruption alongside it with the Incineroar Sneasler. But do I think it's better than Venusaur? Do I think it's a tier above Venusaur is the question, because I'm tempted to put this high B tier because I think it's strong, but I think it's only really on one team, and I don't think it's like crazy like meta defining. Although I will say Blastoise has been winning a lot of tournaments. It placed first place and fifth place at a 200 player Japanese tournament, and it also is the second most popular team this week, and I think it's like the fifth most popular team these past 2 weeks. So this team has been picking up in uses once again, but I'm just gonna put it in B tier for now. I'll wait until A tier because I have an idea of what I'm gonna put A tier, and I don't think it can compete that well with A tier Pokemon in my opinion. Okay, moving to the next Pokemon, Mega Beedrill. I personally speaking, I haven't seen Mega Beedrill at all in Pokemon Champions. I just know it's a really good min-max singles Pokemon, and I don't even know if it's still a good singles Pokemon. I remember using Mega Beedrill in singles back in Generation 6, where Mega Beedrill was legal and was actually pretty decent. But like, I don't see Beedrill that much anymore, I'll be honest with you. And I think this Pokemon is like the epitome of singles Pokemon. So I unfortunately am gonna put Beedrill in D tier. Mega Pidgeot. Where do I begin with this? Mega Pidgeot I saw on one team a month ago on a sand team with Tyranitar, but aside from that, Mega Pidgeot isn't seen that much. I think Mega Pidgeot's stats are really weak, if I remember correctly. What are Mega Pidgeot's stats? Mega Pidgeot's stats are like alright fine, but like its HP and defense stats are like pretty weak. I just think Mega Pidgeot gets outclassed by a lot of other Mega Evolutions in the game. and I've only really seen Mega Pidgeot once, and well, its only move it can really utilize No Guard with its Hurricane and Heat Wave, and I don't know how useful that is really. So I'm gonna pair Mega Pidgeot alongside Beedrill, but I think it's higher value than Beedrill. Next up is Mega Raichu X. What do I think about Mega Raichu X? It's crazy to me that Mega Raichu X was known, well, it was speculated to be stronger than Mega Raichu Y when the Regulation B started. And in my opinion, I thought so too, that Mega Raichu X was going to be stronger than Mega Raichu Y because it's a lot more bulkier and it's a better all-around Pokemon. And people, even me, were saying Mega Raichu Y just gets KO'd with just a Sucker Punch from King Gambit. That being said, there's not that many Mega Raichu X teams, mainly because Mega Raichu X seems to me like a more of an enabler Pokemon. It enables some Pokemon like a Caladon because it gives you the electric terrain, or the electric terrain helps you into like sleep matchups like Venusaur, or even who else sleeps? Venusaur and Vivillon. It really helps you with those matchups, and also speaking on the Vivillon fact, because Vivillon is not grounded, because Vivillon is a flying type Pokemon, you're actually able to fake out with the Raichu. But yeah, I haven't seen much Raichu X lately. I think mainly because it's more of a supportive Pokemon. I don't think it deserves B tier. I think Mega Raichu deserves a C tier, in my opinion. I think it's higher than Charizard. I've seen it a lot more than Charizard. It's either like high C or low B, but for now I'm gonna put it high C. The next Pokemon we'll take a look at is Raichu Y. So Raichu Y has been trending for the past 2 or 3 weeks basically. A lot of people have been picking up Mega Raichu Y lately, and with good reason too, with very, very good reason. I think this Pokemon is very strong. And speaking of kind of like the supportive aspect of Mega Raichu X, Mega Raichu Y can support your team in a completely different manner. It's actually able to give you speed control with the 100% accurate Zap Cannon with the No Guard. But because I think Mega Raichu Y has been trending a lot, not just on that one team with Arcanine, Hisui, and Farigiraf, and the other Pokemon. Mega Raichu Y has been seen a lot on. Mega Raichu Y has been seen a lot as a splashable Pokemon on many different team comps like Rain or anything like that, really. Because a Zap Cannon and the 100% chance of paralysis has a lot of value. But with that being said, I think Mega Raichu Y, I'm gonna put an A tier. It's a very trendy Pokemon right now. Yeah, it is a very trendy Pokemon right now. I'm interested to see what happens. Beedrill and details. No, Beedrill deserves D tier. In single battles, it's a different story, but Beedrill is a single battles monster, not a double battles monster. Beedrill's defenses are really bad, and like one Rock Slide from Garchomp probably KOs it. Okay, next up is Mega Clefable. Mega Clefable, I personally haven't seen Mega Clefable at all. I've seen maybe like 1 or 2 Mega Clefables, but I think there's a niche for Mega Clefable in the sense that it's a follow me magic bounce user, so you're able to follow me like potential taunts and you're able to magic bounce them back. And just like Mega Raichu X, it seems like more of a supportive enabler Pokemon with the Rage Powder as well as the follow me, as well as the flying typing and the magic bounce. And personally speaking, I don't think this Mega Clefable is gonna win at all. I'm sorry, I don't think Mega Clefable is gonna win at all. I'm gonna put Mega Clefable in D tier. maybe D tier is a little harsh. I think low C, maybe? No, I'm gonna put it D tier. Okay. Mega Victory Bell. Victory Bell's an interesting one. Victory Bell, I've seen zero teams running Victory Bell, or zero good teams running Victory Bell at least. I think the fact that Victory Bell's ability is like kamikazing your freaking Pokemon to get a KO, that just seems a little crazy to me. And I'll be honest, I think regular Victory Bell is a lot better than Mega Victory Bell. So I'm sorry, I'm putting Victory Bell D tier. Alakazam. Alakazam's an interesting one because it is the fastest attacker, and I think it has the highest special attack in the game at 175 if I remember correctly, and 150 base speed alongside Mega Aerodactyl. But the problem with Mega Alakazam is actually frail compared to Raichu. I've seen Mega Alakazam on one or two teams, but not that many teams. I think Mega Alakazam will perform a lot better with Indeedee when Indeedee comes back as Psychic Terrain user, because it'll enable Psychic Force, or it'll enable Expanding Force, and prevent priority moves like Sucker Punch going into the Alakazam. But, and also because back in the day, Alakazam was pretty strong. But the problem with Alakazam now is that there's just two very strong dark types in the meta right now, with Incineroar as well as King Gambit. So I don't think Alakazam will see any play really. But I think it's probably better than D tier. I'm gonna put Mega Alakazam in C tier. I think it's low C tier with these. Mega Slowbro, to be honest, I haven't seen many Mega Slowbros either. Mega Slowbro reminds me of like a way worse Terrapagos, but a way worse Terrapagos because you want to get the Calm Mind set up and like the Iron Defense set up to enable Slowbro, but I just haven't seen any teams of Mega Slowbro, so I highly doubt Mega Slowbro is gonna win at all. Especially, I don't know if that's a good enough argument. I haven't seen it, so it's not gonna win. Mega Slowbro is just like a very slow starter kind of Pokemon. It takes a long time to get Mega Slowbro going because you want to get all those like defense and special defense buffs and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna put Mega Slowbro in D tier too. I think it's better than... I think it's here, right here, Slowbro. Okay, next Pokemon, Gengar. We've seen quite a few teams with Gengar. Gengar is typically paired alongside the Ninetales and the Incineroar, creating like a great core for Perish Trap, or it's also seen on a core with a Politoed with Rain alongside it with like the Arcalodons and Sinistra. So like there are a few teams Mega Gengar is in. I think Mega Gengar is very strong, especially because it's very flexible on teams. Because most Mega Gengar teams, you either have a Perish mode or you also have... Okay, I'm changing the song. You either have a Perish mode or you have kind of like a Raid mode without Mega Gengar. So I think Mega Gengar is very flexible. Also, Mega Gengar is very strong, but he has a lot of special attack at 170, and he's very fast at 130. Now the question is, do I think Mega Aerodactyl is likely to win it all and put it in A tier? I don't think so. I think Mega Gengar has good Pokemon supporting it, but we've seen a few teams with Mega Gengar, but I don't think it's as dominant enough to be able to win against Zard or Raichu, who I think, in my opinion. So I'm gonna put this Mega Gengar in B tier. I think it's better than Venusaur. Mega Kangaskhan. How much this guy has fallen. This guy used to be so dominant in 2016, but now he's nowhere to be seen, sadly. or not nowhere to be seen, but he's not as prevalent. He's not a meta-defining Pokemon, mainly because he lost 10 base power from Sucker Punch, Power Up Punch is no longer in the game, and also Parental Bond got nerfed. But I think Mega Kangaskhan still is strong, but it's just very nerfed right now. And Mega Kangaskhan has been on a few off-meta teams recently, but it hasn't seen too much play. I think Kangaskhan will be in B tier. Yeah, I think it's better than Venus. Actually, I think it's worse than Venusaur. Dude, how the hell do people make tier lists like this? Like, I genuinely don't know how people make tier lists, bro. Okay, let's talk about Mega Starmie. I'll be honest, I haven't seen a lot of Mega Starmies lately. Mega Starmie, I mean, in theory it looks very strong with the huge power with the 100 base attack, and also what, the 120 speed. But the problem with Mega Starmie is, although it has the huge power, it only gets, its learn set is really small. Like, I'm pretty sure it only gets 5 physical moves, like Zen Headbutt, Ice Spinner, and then like Wave Crash, Flip Turn, Aqua Jet or something. And if you're bringing Mega Starmie, I think it's very predictable what you're gonna be running. And I think I'm also pretty sure Mega Starmie goes down to 1 Sucker Punch from King Gambit too. I think Mega Starmie is high D tier. I don't think I haven't seen a lot of teams with Mega Starmie. I don't think there's a big niche for Mega Starmie in top metas, but yeah, it's way too predictable. The next Pokemon we'll take a look at is Mega Pinsir. I think Mega Pinsir, again, I haven't seen Mega Pinsir that much. I think especially because Garchomp is meta, and you have the Rock Slide on Garchomp, which is 4 times super effective on Mega Pinsir. It doesn't really help Mega Pinsir too much, and I think that Bug and Flying typing, probably not the best typing to have really. It's just weak to a lot of different types, and I think Mega Pinsir is only good with the Storm Throw niche. Is Storm Throw in the game right now? I just haven't seen a lot of Mega Pinsir, and it gains the Flying typing, which gives you a 4 times super effective 2 rock types. So I'm gonna put Mega Pinsir in D tier. Mega Gyarados. Mega Gyarados to me is a very interesting one. I think I've personally seen a few Mega Gyaradoses in the meta. Not too many, but like a few Mega Gyaradoses in the meta. Sometimes it's paired alongside the Raichu Y actually, alongside the Mega Gyarados because it gets a Lightning Rod too. The good thing about Mega Gyarados is that it has Intimidate as its base ability, or Moxie if you want the attack. But I think the great thing about Mega Gyarados is that you can lower the attack stat of Basculation, and then you get Mega and you resist everything Basculation holds. But yeah, I've seen it on a few teams with like Raichu Y for Rig and Gyarados, so I think it's okay, but I don't think it's like crazy strong. So I'm gonna put Mega Gyarados in C tier. There is some niche for Gyarados, but not a crazy niche for Gyarados. Mega Aerodactyl. Okay. Mega Pinsir is used with Tauros and it hits Pokemon with Storm Throw, Trigger, Anchor Point. Then I see. Interesting. I actually haven't heard of about that tech. Yeah, let's move on to Mega Aerodactyl. I personally think that Mega Aerodactyl is still one of the strongest Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Champions. It just hits a lot of the top meta Pokemon for super effective damage. It can do so much. It can, if it's Mega, it's able to Ice Fang potential Garchomps. It's able to dual Wing Beat potential Grass type Pokemon. It's able to learn Rock Slide. It's able to Tailwind. It's able to Wide Guard. There's just so many things you have to worry about for Mega Aerodactyl. So I think Mega Aerodactyl is just a very, very strong Mega evolution. And with the rise of the Eric Rios NEIC 2026 team being the third most popular team in the past week and the past 2 weeks, I definitely see the potential of Mega Aerodactyl winning it all. Also, not to mention, Mega Aerodactyl is the fastest Pokemon in the game alongside Mega Alakazam. Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite for me is an interesting one because Mega Dragonite actually has been on the rise lately. Dragonite, both Dragonite and Mega Dragonite have been on the rise, mainly because of the multi-scale, and then I think the Dragon typing is just really good into Fire, Water, Grass cores like Charizard, as well as the Blastoise and the Delphox comp, so it's a very, very good defensive typing. The question is, how well do I think Dragonite's gonna do? It's seen on a few teams. I think regular Dragonite is mainly seen on Floette Balance teams, but Mega Dragonite is seen mainly on... What teams are Mega Dragonite seen on? I forget. Game Freak trying to bring back the OG's true. Game Freak is a Gen 1er, bro. But yeah, we've seen a few Mega Dragonites. I think it's either low B or high C. I'm gonna put Dragonite at low B tier. I think Dragonite to me right now is a very trendy Pokemon. We've seen a lot of Dragonite lately. So yeah, I'm gonna put Dragonite in the B tier. Mega Meganium. We've seen a bit of Mega Meganium lately. Hold on. Should I just start listing D tier Pokemon first? Okay. I want to make this quicker because I don't want to go through every single Pokemon. Audino, don't need to explain, bro. This Pokemon's kind of ass. Sableye, good Pokemon in theory, but Sableye gets the Prankster, regular Sableye gets the Prankster ability. Mega Aggron is okay, but I think Steelix is a lot better offensively than Mega Aggron. Excadrill, regular Excadrill is better than this Excadrill for sure. Mega Ambor is just a sad excuse for Mega Evolution with its ability. Mega Abomasnow gets Snow Warning, but it just has so many weaknesses. Mega Meowstic got Mega Meowstic actually, like, his ability is just really bad. Trace. What else? Mega Glalie is also kind of weak with Refrigerate. I think the solo ice typing doesn't do it justice either. Mega Chimecho, I haven't seen too much, but I think it's also still pretty weak, although I do love the Mega Evolution. Mega Phalanx is a hard Pokemon to set up. What other Pokemon? I think Mega Chestnut is just not offensively scary enough. Mega Medicham is in an awkward speed tier, and there's just better Pokemon who do exactly what Mega Medicham want to do. What other Pokemon? Scolipede is kind of sad too. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna put Scolipede in D tier too. I think Scolipede losing speed boost is kind of sad. Mega Sharpedo, actually, yes, Absol D tier as well. Absol, I'm waiting on Absol Z, I'll be honest with you. What else? I think I can talk about every other Pokemon here. Sure. I'll leave for 2 seconds and come back and see. Bro, I'm just saying what Pokemon will win the World Championship. I find it highly unlikely Starmie gets even top cut, in my opinion. Okay. Any other D tier Pokemon? I think Banette's also D tier. You have better prankster Pokemon. That's like the TLDR. You don't want to Mega Evolve for a prankster Pokemon. You already have prankster Pokemon that can do what Mega Banette wants to do. You don't want to waste your Mega Evolution with Banette. Gallade too. Regular Glade is actually stronger than Mega Glade because of the sharpness ability, the new ability it got in Generation 9. Anything else? Okay, we'll talk about all these Mega Evolutions then. Okay, Mega Meganium. I think Mega Meganium is a good Pokemon in theory, but because I think Mega Meganium just suffers because there's a lot of fairy types already prevalent in the game, so a lot of Pokemon like carry poison type moves. For example, like a Garchomp, where people like to run poison type Pokemon like Sneasler. So I think Mega Meganium really suffers from that. Mega Meganium is a pretty good Pokemon under Rain Teams, but to be honest, it's not seen that much Mega Meganium anymore. I think it was a pretty hype Pokemon with its original ability, but I'm putting it D tier. I think same goes for Feraligatr. I think Feraligatr has an interesting concept for an ability with the Dragonite ability, but I think it's a little too weak, the Dragonite ability, and because Life Orb is reintroduced in the game, I think Feraligatr, Mega Feraligatr is I think a lot weaker than Mega Feraligatr, putting it at D tier. Yes, but like I'm not gonna put Starmie in fucking S tier because of that reason. I think every Pokemon has a small chance to make it to top cut, but I'm talking about the likelihood of these Pokemon making it to top cut. Mega Ampharos. Mega Ampharos hasn't. Okay, here's the thing about Mega Ampharos. I used him a bit at the start of Regulation, I think NB, but Mega Ampharos I think has kind of fizzled out as a Trick Room Pokemon. I think it's a little too weak. I do think it's a little too weak, mainly because Trick Room teams are typically already weak to ground, and then you're adding on another ground weakness. So I think I would put Mega Ampharos in D tier too. I think the Dragon typing is okay. I think the addition of the Dragon typing adds way more weaknesses, unnecessary weaknesses to Ampharos too. Mega Steel. Okay, I want to put Mega Steelix in D tier, but Mega Steelix to me feels like the offensive counterpart to Aggron. Aggron has the defensiveness with the filter ability and also the pure steel typing, so it's way more defensive. But Mega Aggron has, Mega Steelix has the Sand Force ability, so it's a lot more offensive, and it has the ground typing, which makes it a lot more offensive because you're able to hit like barrier types like Incineroar for super effective stab damage, or even opposing steel type Pokemon like Kingambit for super effective stab damage. And because Wolfie placed highly, I'm gonna put it in C tier. Mega Gyarados higher than Meganium, I guess, bro. Mega Gyarados has seen top placements in a lot of high tournaments, whereas Mega Meganium hasn't been seen at all. That's my justification. There's been a slight rise in Mega Gyarados lately, alongside Raichu, and also Farigiraf. Oh, yeah. I like this list so far. Let's talk about Scizor. Scizor, this is one of my favorite Mega Evolutions to use. I just love Scizor's typing with Rain Teams. But, I think Scizor just hasn't seen a lot of play, especially because Charizard's the top dog. it's hard to play Scizor when Charizard and Delphox and Incineroar are just three fire types that are like crazy top dogs. I think I think but when you okay, I will agree. When you do bring in Scizor, Scizor is very strong. But I don't think Scizor competes with any of these Pokemon here. I think Scizor comes down here. Because the thing is, like, I feel like at Worlds, there's gonna be a lot of Charizards, a lot of Delphoxes, and a lot of Incineroars, and I think Scizor will really struggle because of that. Otherwise, it has decent matchups into like an Aerodactyl or like a Floette, which I'll get into later. But only really has good matchups into like Aerodactyl or Floette. Also, I guess the Mega Gengar too with knockoff. Okay, have a nice night, Elijah. I think let's move on to Mega Heracross. Again, I like Heracross, but the problem is Heracross is more of a single battle Pokemon, and I haven't really seen a lot of Heracross teams lately. I think Heracross is just E tier, unfortunately. I think it's a single battle Pokemon with the skill link. It's also 4 times super effective against fire, or 4 times super effective against flying too. Mega Skarmory. I remember like a few months ago, Mega Skarmory did see some play. Mega Skarmory did see some play in Japan a lot actually, because because with the Stalwart ability, you could just ignore the Sinistra. So, but like lately, I haven't seen a lot of Mega Skarmories. Mega Skarmory, yeah, I haven't seen a lot of Mega Skarmories lately in Japan. I think Japan really moved on for Mega Skarmory, but I'm not gonna count out Mega Skarmory because I think there could be an event where Mega Skarmory could win a Worlds more specifically. Next is Mega Houndoom. Mega Houndoom for me is easily D tier. I think Mega Houndoom has a stronger upside. Like Mega Houndoom's biggest comparison is Pyroar, but Mega Houndoom has a larger upside than Pyroar. But the problem is it has a way higher or way lower floor than Mega Houndoom. And the reason is because you need to get Sun set up for Houndoom, and then Houndoom will have more damage output than the Pyroar. But the problem is you need to get Sun set up, which is a very conditional thing in a weather war meta, where at least everyone has at least one weather user on a team. So I think Mega Houndoom is not so great. But speaking of, I think Pyroar is a more consistent option than Mega Houndoom, obviously, because Mega Pyroar gets the guaranteed 50% boost to only fire type attacks. But I think with the rise of Char Y, Mega Pyroar probably won't see a lot of play really. Just like its counterpart here. I think its stats are a little too weak, but its ability and moveset are pretty decent. I'm gonna put Pyroar in C tier. I think there's a niche for Pyroar. There has been but I just haven't seen them lately. Pyroar has been seen on like Torkoal team comps or Ninetales Red Cantonia Ninetales team comps, and I featured multiple on my team, but I haven't seen that much Pyroar as of late. Tyranitar. This is an interesting one. Tyranitar has been on the... Okay, here's the interesting thing. These past few weeks, Tyranitar has been on the rise. But this week, specifically, Tyranitar has been on the downfall. I couldn't tell you exactly why, but Tyranitar has been on the downfall lately. I think it's because of weather setters, most likely. But or just like other weather setters. But I think Tyranitar has clear weaknesses like fighting that you have to take care of in team building, so you want to have like ghost types paired alongside it. But I don't think compared to these three Pokemon, I don't think Tyranitar will be as dominant. I think Tyranitar will sit around here alongside the Blastoise, in my opinion. Like, of course it's strong into the Charizard, but if you have something like a Floette, like a neutral matchup, Tyranitar doesn't seem as strong. And, like, although you won't pick up KOs with Floette, with, like, a Dazzling Gleam or a Moonblast because of Sandstorm, you're not going to be using, like, Fighting Moose into T-Tar, so you don't get 0 damage when he switches into Ghost-type Pokemon. Who does Perish better than Mega Gengar? No Pokemon really, but I think Mega Gengar. I think there's just levels to it, bro. Like there are a few good Mega Gengar teams, yes, but I don't think Mega Gengar is gonna be too strong. I think in a Worlds format, people are gonna take already already established teams and try to win Worlds like that. Okay, moving on. Yes, exactly. The problem with Mega T-Tar is he'll always be an anti-meta. Yes, exactly. Mega T-Tar will always be an anti-meta Pokemon. But he will never itself be a meta Pokemon. That's a great statement. Mega Sceptile. I need to drink more water. But if Golduck and S, Golduck's probably going D tier. If I'm being so honest with you. Honey. Let's talk about Sceptile. Sceptile? Okay, Sceptile poses the same problem as Scizor. Mainly because there's Charizard in the meta, also a lot of other fire types like Incineroar in the meta, and Sceptile just doesn't have a good matchup into either of those Pokemon. But I definitely see someone running like the Charizard Rotom Heat team, or even like a Rotom Wash team. I think Sceptile just has a lot of awkward matchups, like into Aerodactyl 2, and yeah, Charizard, like we talked about, and like even like Venusaur. Like a lot of fire types create like awkward matchups for Mega Sceptile, but I think some people will still run the Sceptile Rotom Heat comp, so I'm gonna put Sceptile. We're back? I think we're back. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, where was I talking about? Oh yeah. I think Mega Blaziken has been seen on a couple of teams really. Not too many, but it's in like poking in and out. Mega Blaziken is there's two different ideas with Mega Blaziken. You either have like a speed boost rock slide option, or you have like a speed boost coaching option, enabling your physical attacking Pokemon. The speed boost rock sliding option helps you KO Charizard, although Mega Blaziken is naturally slower than Charizard. You have the speed boost ability, so you'll outpace it even with one speed boost. With that being said, I'm gonna put Mega Blaziken in C tier. I think there's a niche for it, but not like crazy niche. Maybe I should be a little bit more harsher with my ratings. Let's move on to Mega Swampert. Mega Swampert has been seen a lot on rain teams and dual weather teams But the problem with Swampert is its heavy reliance with rain. I think it's like Mega Swampert feels like it's like live or die by the rain, especially because it has a really slow speed stat, or a really mediocre speed stat at 70 base speed, but it is a crazy good attacker. Yeah, but Mega Blaziken has, Mega Swampert has been seen on Rain teams with Pelipper and Arcaludon and Grimmsnarl, or it's been seen on like Gengar teams with Politoed and Incineroar. So I think I personally, I think Mega Swampert goes in B tier, in my opinion. Mega Gardevoir. There's been that one Mega Gardevoir team we've seen. It's like Mega Gardevoir, Maushold, Instant, Sneasler, I think. And then the Mega Gardevoir has like Trick Room, Calm Mind, Protect, Hyper Voice or something. I think Mega Gardevoir is strong, but it just gets outclassed by another fairy Pokemon I will talk about later, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna put Mega Gardevoir in C tier. I think Mega Mawile also does have a pretty solid niche, mainly because Mega Mawile does have the huge power ability. To be fair, it can only really perform under Trick Room because it is really low base speed. I'm pretty sure it's 50 base speed. It is 50 base speed. Mega Mawile has been seen a little bit with Charizard Y alongside like a Kingambit, or alongside like a Farigiraf and Sylveon, or Farigiraf and Mawile. It's been seen with like Charizard, Farig, Mawile. I think I think Mawile is playable. I do think Mawile is playable, but I don't think it's gonna be like overly strong. Mega Manectric, I don't think it's gonna see any use. Mega Manectric has decent special attack and speed at 135 with the Lightning Rod ability, or with the Intimidate ability actually when it Mega Evolves. But personally, I haven't really seen any team with Mega Manectric, and when you have Pokemon like Raichu or Mega Raichu who is able to provide a lot more to the game than Mega Manectric, Mega Raichu is able to provide a lot more because they're able to Fake Out, they have the Electric Surge, they have the Zap Cannon Paralysis, they even have Encore, they have the Lightning Rod as the base. I guess Mega Manectric also has Lightning Rod as base ability, but I think these two other Mega Pokemon like Raichu Y and X are just able to provide a lot more than Manectric. Sharpedo, I think Sharpedo is more of a single battle Pokemon. With the speed boost, and then it has the Strong Jaw as the Mega Evolution. I think it's very strong, but again, a lot of biting moves are single target moves, like the Ice Fang, or like the Fire Fang, or like the Crunch, or the Psychic Fangs. They're all single target moves, so I think Sharpedo would be a lot stronger of a single battle Pokemon, especially because how frail Sharpedo is. Mega Camerupt, I've seen a few, like 1 or 2 Mega Camerupt teams. Mega Camerupt is like a higher damage option than Torkoal, really. That's the idea of Mega Camerupt. I can definitely see Mega Camerupt being played with Trick Room, for sure. So I'm gonna put Mega Camerupt in C tier. Mega Altaria, on the other hand, I haven't seen that much Mega Altaria. And Altaria in general, even though it has the Cloud9 ability, Mega Altaria's stats are really bad, I'll be honest with you. Although Dragon Fairy is a great typing, its stats are horrible. I think its best stat is special attack of 110 or 120. And it loses, and by Mega Evolving, it loses its like main niche, which is the natural, or which is the Cloud9 on the base form to get rid of weather. So I don't I personally don't think Mega Meganium, or I personally don't think Mega Altaria will be that strong. Putting in D tier. Mega Metagross has been a big disappointment, mainly because when Regulation MB came out, Mega Metagross was marketed to be like the next best Pokemon. It's gonna take over Charizard, it's gonna take over all of these Pokemon, it's gonna be such a meta warping Pokemon, but Mega Metagross has done nothing of the sorts. Um, and Mega Metagross isn't really seen on that many teams anymore, not even rain teams where it was primarily on. Uh, I still think there is a bit of a niche for Mega Metagross. I don't think it's as bad as these Pokemon down here, but Mega Metagross is able to have like the coaching alongside the Sneasler, and it's able to run the Ice Punch too to take down Garchomp, which he is faster than Garchomp. Okay. Mega Staraptor is one to talk about. Mega Staraptor, I think Mega Staraptor has been a very, just like Raichu Y, has been a very, very trendy Pokemon. So, if you told me like a month ago Mega Staraptor would be this good and on this many teams, I would be telling you with what Pokemon, and you say with Whimsicott Grimmsnarl, I'd say you're fucking crazy. I think with the crazy rise of Mega Staraptor on so many teams as a secondary Mega Evolution, not as a primary Mega Evolution, I can definitely see Mega Staraptor winning. And I'm going to put an A tier. I think it's very strong, and especially with the Raichu and the Staraptor team comp, it also has the Tyranitar Staraptor Sand team comp. It also has just any secondary Mega it can slot into well. Mega Staraptor. Oh my god, okay. I thought it reset for a second. Yeah. Any secondary Mega slot Mega Staraptor can go into, really. Like, I've seen it with Charizard too, Mega Staraptor, which is crazy. But I guess it makes sense because Tyranitar is a hard matchup for Charizard, so you're able to go into Staraptor on that matchup. Next Pokemon is Lopunny. I think Lopunny's a cool Pokemon with a cool concept, but again, I think it might be a little too weak for the current meta. Mega Garchomp has seen a little bit of play with the Sand Forest Special Garchomp, played by that one Japanese player, that one really high Japanese player, and I'm pretty sure they hit Champions tier, so I'm not going to count out Mega Garchomp, but I think regular Garchomp's going to be a lot more common and a lot more dominant than Mega Garchomp. Lucario, I haven't seen a lot of teams with Lucario. I unfortunately am going to put Lucario in D tier. Electra, same thing. Chandelure, same thing. Golurk, same thing. Malamar, same thing. It's just a worse Staraptor. Dragalge, same thing. And Barbarical, same thing. Trampa, same thing. Crabominal, same thing. And Greninja, same thing. Okay. So now we're down to these Mega Pokemon. We're down to these few Mega Pokemon. I actually think that we will see a lot of play on Mega Frostlass. I think Mega Frostlass goes in A tier, and let me explain why. With the rise of Mega Charizard once again, the 2026 Tour and Regional team will be played, or has been getting more popular. There's a positive correlation between Mega Charizard and Mega Frostlass usage because of the 2026 Turin team with the Lycanroc and the Skull Villain. So I think Mega Charizard, or I think Mega Frostlass will see a lot of play in the Pokemon World Championships. It's very flexible too with the Aurora Veil, and it's able to have some coverage boosts like Thunderbolt or even crazily enough Rain Dance. But I think it has very good matchups into the Charizard, and then Scovillain handles a lot of these other matchups. I guess Aerodactyl too, and then Scovillain handles a lot of the other matchups. Scrafty. I've seen Scrafty a teeny bit, but I don't think Scrafty's anything too crazy. Scrafty's double intimidate is very interesting, but I'm gonna pair Hawlucha alongside it because I think Hawlucha and Scrafty are played very similarly, which means they're typically used to enable the Snorlax a lot of where Hawlucha will press the entrainment with the Snorlax, whereas the Scrafty will look to double intimidate the opposing team because Snorlax's worst defense is his physical defense. So I think both go to C tier. Mega Delphox. I'm gonna put Mega Delphox the same rating as I'm gonna put a Mega Delphox above Blastoise. Let me explain why. Mega Delphox has been seen on a lot more teams than Mega Blastoise. Mega Delphox has been seen on Floette plus Delphox teams, mainly because Mega Delphox has been seen on like Floette Delphox balance teams where you run like the Incineroar or like the Sinistcha and the Sneasler, mainly because it doesn't have a 4x weakness to rock and it's immune to ground as well. It has so there is some upside with Mega Delphox compared to the Mega Charizard, and if you do run the Mega Delphox, you don't have a crazy negative matchup into Charizard because you're able to Psychic it at least. So yeah, I think Mega Delphox has a lot more teams compared to Blastoise. It is played on a lot more teams, hence why I'm putting Mega Delphox above Blastoise. I think Floette easily shoots up to high A tier. Mega Floette is not as dominant as Charizard, obviously. Charizard is the freaking GOAT of Pokemon champions, but Mega Floette has consistently been the second most used Mega Pokemon in the game for the longest time. And Mega Floette is just very strong. The Fairy Aura, like the 150 something special attack stat, Light of Ruin, crazy stab multiplier with the Fairy Aura multiplier, it goes crazy. Like the damage for Floette goes freaking crazy, in my opinion. Next up is Scovillain. I think Scovillain, just like I think Scovillain's going to be a little worse than Frostlass, but I personally think Scovillain, I think this is my dark horse, I think Scovillain's going to do well in the meta. I personally think Scovillain's just very strong because Scovillain, there's a lot of physical attackers in the format right now. If we look at like a SAB tier, here's a physical attacker, here's a physical attacker, here's a physical, here's a physical, here's the potential physical. A lot of Mega Evolutions are typically not physical attackers, but if we look at the common Pokemon in Pikalytics, a lot of these Pokemon are physical. Physical. It's physical but can't be burned. Depends, mostly special, physical. But yeah, there's a lot of special attackers, so I think Scovillain can really slow down these Pokemon. And lastly, Glimmora. I think Mega Glimmora is C tier, but I think regular Glimmora is B tier. I think you don't really want to risk or waste your one Mega Evolution on Glimmora, a Pokemon that's 4x super effective against Garchomp's Earthquake, and you'll probably just go down to Garchomp's Earthquake. But Mega Glimmora is just really strong with the adaptability ability, and also Spiky Shield to break any Focus Sashes from the Sneasler. And Rock and Poison is very potent typing, can hit a lot of Pokemon for super effective damage, like Charizard, Floette, Aerodactyl. Able to hit Raichu wide with Earth Power. Frostlass is able to hit Delphox. So yeah, this is my list. What do you think of this list, guys? What do you think of this list? How would you change this list? There is no sun without Charizard. True. Actually, yeah, true. I think like Torkoal will probably see some play, but like not as it's not gonna be as like prevalent as Turbine. But like genuinely speaking, I don't know how these guys do lists so regularly. Like if I'm being like so 100 with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot do these lists. Sharpedo and D. I think if Sharpedo gets Fish's Friend, it'd be broken as hell, though. It'd be so broken. Protect, Speed Boost, and then you Mega Fish's Friend with the Strong Draw boost. Holy. I think it'd be high B. Yeah. Personally speaking, if it got Fish's Friend, I would put Sharpedo like here, man. Somewhere here. I think it's so strong. Um, but yeah, I think I have two more presentations to do, and then and then I'm I'm out of here. How did you like this though? How did you like this? How did you like the video or the ranking? I don't know if I'm like very I don't know if I'm good at ranking stuff. Okay, let's move on to presentations. What is this one? Okay, meta report. What's a good place to... Okay, I'm gonna take this off now. I just have two presentations and I'm gonna end stream. That's like the idea. This is fine. Should I make myself smaller like this? Sure. I hope nothing. Yeah, I'm chilling. Okay. What about this other? What about this other presentation? Yeah, it should be okay. Okay. Do 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 do. Let's do this. Do 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 do. Okay. Snow teams have been relevant ever since the dawn of time, but only recently snow teams have become very prevalent. Snow wasn't called snow before Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, but instead hail. You deal chip damage like Sandstorm, but not gain the 50% boost Snow does now. You deal chip damage like Sandstorm, but not gain the 50% defense boost Snow does now. Back in the day, they were known as the worst weather condition. Now, fast forward to Pokemon Champions, and it's in contention to be one of the best weathers in the game. But you may be wondering, what all encompasses snow teams? Here's everything you need to know to master snow teams in Pokemon Champions. Stick around later in the video because I've discovered something very different about snow teams compared to the rest of the weathers. here are all the different chapters we'll go through in today's guide. So now, why exactly do you want to play Snow? Firstly, Snow has the best use of weather-specific moves, Blizzard hitting both targets, Freeze Dry hitting Water-type Pokemon for super effective damage, and Auroraville combining both Reflect and Light Screen together. Secondly, thanks to the Snow change, it has great defensive utility by boosting Ice-type defense by 50% under the snow. And lastly, Ice types are one of the strongest offensive typings in the game, but the only downside being that it is the weakest defensively. But what Pokemon sets the snow condition? But what po- but what Pokemon sets the snow condition? These are all the Pokemon that can set snow with the snow warning ability. But realistically, only Ninetales and Froslass Mega are commonly used. Vanillix is seen, but it is not as common. For reference, in my 4.5 months of playing Pokemon Champions, I've seen one Aurorus, no Abomasnows, and a handful of Vanillixes in my reg matches. Now we've identified all the potential snow. Now we've identified all the potential snow setters in Pokemon Champions. What exactly does each snow setter do? Although the Ninetales is the most common snow setter in the game, it is seen on a lot of teams alongside Gengar and Incineroar because it provides excellent weather control and 4 times super effective damage against the most common Pokemon in the game, Garchomp. Ninetales Alolan is also 5 Ninetales Alolan is also 7 base speed faster than Garchomp, so you don't have to worry about Garchomp outspeeding Ninetales unless they are Choice Scarf. Unlike other snow setters, Ninetales Alolan gets access to both Encore and Disable, two great disruption tools if you pair it alongside Gengar, and thanks to its fairy typing, Ninetales Alolan can learn a lot more moves than just ice type moves like Moonblast and Dazzling Gleam. Outside of Frost's Mega, it is the fastest non-Mega Snow Warning. Outside of Frost's Mega, it is the fastest non-Mega Snow Warning user in the game. However, Ninetales Alolan has a relatively low special attacking stat, so you may not pick up the KOs you want to with 2 times super effective moves. But in a couple of slides, I'll show you the underrated. But in a couple of slides, I will show you the most underrated snow user that can break past the special attacking barrier. Frostless Mega is the second most common weather in the game. It has the biggest ups. Its biggest upside is that its biggest upside is that it has a much more balanced stats all around than other snow warning users, and thanks to its ghost typing, it is immune to Intimidate and provide 2 immunities to Normal and Fighting. Frostlass's special attack is 140, easily the strongest snow warning attacker in the game, but every Pokemon has its downsides. Unlike Pokemon like Staraptor or Tyranitar, Frostlass's base form is almost as useless as Cast Form. Secondly, Frostless requires you to Mega Evolve, and it takes up your Mega Evolution slot. Now, this may not seem like that much of a problem until we get to the second point. Frostless has a bad matchup versus the most common Mega Pokemon in the game, Charizard Y. But not only that, the top 6 Pokemon in the game can hit Frostless for super effective damage. I think Vanillix is an underrated Pokemon compared to the other 2 weather setters we featured. Vanillix has a Vanillix has a higher special attacking stat than Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales has 81 special attack and Vanillix has 110. So with the same moves Ninetales throws, Vanillix will hit for just harder. Just like Ninetales, Vanillix does not need a Mega to set up the snow. This can be a positive or negative because with Mega Frostlass, you can hold the Mega button to snow until the opponent gets their weather going. But Vanillix and Alolan Ninetales will set up their weather instantly. Vanillix's biggest downside is its mediocre speed. It's only sitting at 79 base speed, so it'll need a Choice Scarf to outspeed Garchomps. Vanillix on the other hand, comparative to Ninetales Alolan, its moveset Vanillix's moveset compared to Ninetales Alolan is not as diverse, and it's more one-dimensional, hard-hitting Pokemon compared to Alolan Ninetales. Aurorus's biggest advantage is that it has the highest base HP out of all the weather users at 123. It also has the best coverage moves for snow like Discharge, Dark Pulse, Psychic, and Thunderbolt. But that's where the Aurorus Glaze stops. Aurorus is very slow at 58 base speed. which it can either be a positive or negative, because if you are running Trick Room, Auroras can see some play, but I think there are better Trick Room, but I think there is a better Snow Trick Room user later on. This leads me to my next point. Even if Trick Room is set up, Auroras is 4 times weak to 2 types, Steel and Fighting, and that 123 HP stat will not help a lot against 4 times super effective moves. And speaking of weaknesses, let's take a look at Abomasnow, the last Snow setter, and Abomasnow Mega, the least used Mega Evolution. I'm only featuring Abomasnow Mega because Abomasnow is pretty much the same but worse stats. Abomasnow is one of the two Mega Pokemon that Abomasnow is one of the two Pokemon that have Double Weather as a Mega Evolution, meaning its base form has the Snow Warning ability and its Mega also has the Snow Warning ability, allowing you to set up and override the opponent's weather twice. The nice and balanced attacking special attacking stat allows for Abomasnow to be played either physically or specially. And compared to all other Snow setters, Abomasnow has the best all-around stats aside from speed. But the biggest downfall to Abomasnow is that it has too many weaknesses, and even a 4 times weakness to fire, and it is very, very slow. So now the question is, what makes ice so volatile? Well, ice resists only one type, ice itself, and ice is weak to many common types in the game. But on the flip side, ice can hit a lot of common types for super effective damage. Let's take a look at the most common 20 Pokemon to demonstrate both of these ideas. These are what ice types can hit for super effective damage, and these are what ice types can hit for super effective damage with the Freeze Dry move. The yellow outline are Pokemon that doesn't resist ice at all, so out of 20 Pokemon, ice can hit 15 out of 20 Pokemon, or 75% of Pokemon, for super effective damage in the top 20. But let's look at the other side of the coin. These are all the Pokemon that can hit ice for super effective damage with their stabs. Some of these top Pokemon are splashable. Some of these top Pokemon are splashable Pokemon. You'll put on a lot of teams, so you'll see everywhere. Now the question is, what Mega Evolution do I run alongside Snow? We've already covered Abomasnow Mega and Ferocious Mega, but once again, they're here once more. Crabominable is a great Trick Room user because it is a crazy hard hitter with 157 attack and further boosting its move through the Iron Fist ability. But Crabominable has many weaknesses, and because of its 33 base speed, it's heavily reliant on Trick Room to deal consistent, reliable damage. The next Pokemon isn't a Snow abuser, but a Pokemon that pairs alongside Snow very well, and that's Raichu Y. Raichu Y is a fast, hard-hitting special attacker sitting at 160 special attack and 130 speed, while also giving you fake out utility. Raichu Y also gives No Guard and Zap Cannon. Raichu Y gives No Guard and Zap Cannon paralysis utility for speed control too. The downside of Raichu is that it's very frail. It has 60 base HP and 55 base defense. Hold on. Okay. Now, why would I run Raichu Y alongside Snow? It's because of this idea called Bolt Beam. Bolt Beam was a term coined by the move Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. The Zero Monotype Pokemon can resist the combination of Ice and Electric naturally. Real quick, if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like, comment, and subscribe, and a hype if you've got one left this week. Now, what ability exactly synergizes with Snow? Ah, ah. The first ability is Slush Rush. It doubles your speed under the snow, but unfortunately only Beartic learns this ability in Pokemon Champions. Snowcloak raises the evasion by 20%. This ability is absolutely evil if you pair it alongside the Bright Powder item. And lastly, Ice Body heals the Pokemon for 1/16 of their max HP during snow. Now, what are the unique properties of snow? We have four different moves. First is Freeze Dry. Freeze Dry is a move that almost all ice types learn, and it turns a resistance into water type into a super effective move. Almost all ice types run this move in their moveset alongside Blizzard. The second is Chilling Reception. The user tells a horrible joke and it summons the snow and switches out. The only Pokemon that learns this move is Slowking and Slowking Galarian, but it's the best manual snow move in the game. And last but not least, it's Aurora Veil, reducing the damage of physical and special moves by half or a third for double battles. And lastly, Icy Wind. Icy Wind hits both targets. Icy Wind hits both opposing targets, and it lowers speed by one stage. It's a great option for speed control because you'll lack speed control on snow teams. Now, what are the most common snow cores? Gengar and Alolan Ninetales is a common 1-2 core. Gengar can trap Pokemon in, and both Pokemon can learn Disable, and Alolan Ninetales can learn Encore. The crazy amount of disruption can tilt players completely, not to mention the Perish Song and Shadow Tag on Gengar. Frostas Mega and King Gambit are a solid 1-2 defensive pairing. Frostlass is a ghost type, so it's immune to King Gambit's 4x super effective fighting move, and thanks to King Gambit's excellent defensive typing, it resists 4 out of 5 of Frostlass's weaknesses. The downside is that both these Pokemon share a weakness to fire, so your team should be built around resisting fire. And lastly is the Slowking and Crabominal Mega. Both of these Pokemon are very slow, so both of them are great Trick Room users, and Chilling Reception pairs very well with Slowking's crap. And Chilling Reception pairs very well with Slowking because it provides a free switching into Pokemon. Now, what are the most common? So now, what are the most difficult matchups? What are the most difficult matchup with Snow? Sun and Sand are both difficult weathers to play in. Sun is a difficult matchup because they resist ice and deal super effective damage to ice. Sand, on the other hand, can override your Snow because of the double Sandstream ability on Tyranitar. And when the Sandstream is active, Rock types gain a 50% special attack boost. Rock types gain a 50% special defense boost. So while all your attacks are special with Blizzard and Freeze Dry, Fire and Steel are very difficult to deal with. They both resist ice while dealing super effective damage. They both resist ice while dealing super effective damage to ice. Now, how do we improve these matchups? You want an answer to Fire and Steel type Pokemon. For example, a ground type would work perfectly to break these Fire and Steel Pokemon. And secondly, speed control. Speed control is very important, and if your name is not Beartic, you will likely want some type of speed control. Now, what's the most important snow tip that I talked about earlier? Because of snow's weak defensive typing, Snow isn't played alongside Snow, and because of Snow's non-destructive weather, not reducing water moves or fire moves like Sand or Sun, like rain or sun, or chipping Pokemon down with sand, snow is the most splashable weather. This means you'll only have one snow user, and that's your snow setter like the Frostas or Alolan Ninetales, and your team is built around something completely different. Now we'll take a look at the most common snow teams. I have more in-depth guides for all of these teams in the description, so check them out. The first team is the 2026 Tour and Regionals team. The first team is the 2026 Tour and Regionals team that has still been dominant despite it being created in Regulation MA. Second is the core we talked about with the Gengar and Cinnamoroar Lowland Ninetales, but instead of Parasong and Encore and Disable, we have a hyper offense set on both Pokemon. This dual weather Charizard Y and Alolan Ninetales team will also. This team features a dual weather team with Charizard Y and Alolan Ninetales, while also featuring the anti-meta duo of Whimsicott and Glamora. This team is a hard-hitting Trick Room team featuring Vanilluxe and a mega we don't really get to see that often in Pokemon Champions, Camerupt. And lastly, we have a high-level champion team. And lastly, we have a high level champion tier team that has been trending for the past that has consistently hit champion tier top 100 in the past 3 seasons. It features an unconventional Dragonite as well as Sneasler with Fate. And that is all for Snow teams. I appreciate everyone for watching. Snow team. Okay. I have one more to go. And then I'm done for the day. I'll probably share on Wednesday. The Pokemon World Championships is just a few. Hold on. The Pokemon World Championship is just a few days away. So welcome to the last meta report before the Pokemon World Championships. These are all the tournaments that I pulled from for this meta analysis. Funnily enough, the closer we edge towards the Pokemon World Championships, the big six and the Eric Rios NAIC teams start to pick up. These are these are all of the top finishes of both of these teams amongst various tournaments. These teams were very similar, so I grouped them together. And in Japan, these teams placed third and fifth by some of the best Japanese players. And according to VTC data, among 18 of the largest grassroots tournaments, and 391 teams aggregated, the Big Six and the Rios team are still number 1 and number 3 in usage. Now, what's the difference? Now, the question being, what's the difference between these two teams? The 2026 Rios NAIC team gives you a Trick Room mode with Ferrograss, Sylveon, and Kingambit, all of whom are sitting at the 50 or 60 base speed number. So this team helps you versus Trick Room, a very common weakness that Big Six have. But you still have a fast mode with Charizard Aerodactyl, and Garchomp. This team is much more balanced, whereas the Big Six is a much more offensive team. This team has a faster fairy user than Sylveon and Floette, who has a 102 base speed compared to Sylveon's 60, and a Whimsicott who hits 116 base speed and enables the team with Tailwind and Disrupt Pokemon with Encore, and a Basculesian who sits at 78 base speed. Although this team does have double fairy, so it's a little bit weak to Poison and Steel. Although this team does have double fairy, so it is a little bit more weak. To poison and steel. But the only trick room option being Kingambit on this team has a much harder matchup in the trick room teams than the previous teams. Oh, and I forgot to mention the $60 paywall for Mega Eternal Floette. Although this dual weather team has been on a sharp downfall, this team is slowly climbing back up. It has placed highly in many tournaments, including a 5th place finish in the Teru Challenge, a Japanese tournament. But the question is, why exactly run this team again? This team gives you consistent weather control with 2 different weather conditions, both rain and sun. And with that being said, there are 2 clearly different modes with Mega Evolutions: a sun mode with Charizard, and Venusaur, and a rain mode with the other 4. And versus hyper offense teams like the Big Six or hard Trick Room teams, Grimmsnarl provides a way to slow the pace. Grimstar provides a way to slow the pace of the game down with Reflect Light Screen and its Light Clay item. And speaking of dual weather and rain, we've seen a rise in traditional rain. We have a Raichu and Gyarados Mega pairing alongside Pelipper, a more traditional rain team in the middle, and a Rotom Heat paired alongside traditional rain options like Swampert and Arcaludon. And even in one tournament, Pelipper even placed as high as 12th in usage rate. And he, and according to VGC data, Pelipper is sitting around the 14th and 15th most popular Pokemon alongside Arcaludon. And just like last week, Raichu Y has been dominating once more. But not just on the Raichu Y Arc and Hisuian team, it's placed highly on a lot of other teams like this Vivillon and Alola Ninetale, like alongside Vivillon and Alola Ninetales, Mega Gyarados, and Primarina and Meowscarada. We've also seen the rise of more Floette Protect the King compositions, like all of these teams featured here. Two of these do include a secondary Mega and Delphox, whereas one team goes for full Ride or Die with Floette Eternal. Now changing a little bit of pace and moving into the teams that are still strong in the meta. The 2025 Turin Regionals team is still a great team to run. It's been slowly rising in the ratings. It's been slowly rising in the rankings recently, and it has even climbed to number 4 in usage in both the last 2 weeks and the past week of tournaments. So the question is, why has this team rise highly again? Well, first, it has a great matchup into almost all meta teams, especially because most supporting options are physical attackers. All these Pokemon are highlighted are physical attackers that can be burned by Scovillain's Spicy Spray. And secondly, there is a positive correlation between the Big Six and this Turin team. As the Big Six becomes more prevalent again, this team will spike because it is the counter to the Big Six team. And while Big Six is dominant once more in tournaments, so it's no surprise that this Turin team is climbing in usage too. And once again, this Protect the King style composition with Blastoise and Delphox has been trending once more. In Japan, it has placed 1st and 5th, and funnily enough, the 5th place player is the creator of this exact team. And according to VGC data on Twitter, among 18 grassroots tours and a combined total of 391 teams, This team has been the second most used team in the past week, and even the 5th most used team in the past 2 weeks. Now the question is, why has it climbed highly once more? And while Big Six, I think it's because of the simplicity of this team. It's super duper simple, but it's able to get online very, very quickly with the Shell Smash and the Nasty Plot, or even the Sword Stance on the King Gambit, Blastoise, and the Delphox. Now moving on to teams to look out for. The Watchhawk man has done it once again. Watchhawk has placed second at an online tournament, but this team looks very similar to the Rios NEIC 2026 team, but with the Watchhawk. But the Watchhawk isn't the only craziest thing on this team. He's running Ancient Power on Charizard to help against mirror matchups and other Fire-type Pokemon like Mega Delphox. Now imagine an Ancient Power Omni Boost on Mega Charizard Y. I don't even want to think about that. Then he also has Focus Blast on his Charizard, which will help you secure KOs into Dark-type Pokemon like Incineroar or Kingambits, or Steel and Dragon-type Pokemon like Arcaludon. Now, he has a White Herb on Aerodactyl, an item not commonly seen on Aerodactyl, but it's a great ability. But it's a great ability to. But it's a great item to shake off an intimidate attack drop from Incineroar. He's also running taunt on Aerodactyl. And to be honest, these are some of the most creative sets I've seen on meta Pokemon. And last but not least, we have this Imprisoned Trick Room. And last but not least, we have Imprisoned Trick Room Photograph with Silk Scarf Hyper Voice. To be honest, looking at his team, it seems like he has a big PTSD against Charizard teams and hard Trick Room teams, hence running the Trick Room and Imprison as well as Taunt. Then we have the starter duo in Primarina and Meowscarada. For its solo water type move, Primarina is running Hydro Cannon, absolutely nuking Pokemon out of the water. And this Meowscarada is supposed to have Flower Trick. I don't really know what happened to its third move. I don't know what happened to its fourth move, but it's not any specific tech like that. This team did place ninth place, but I did want to feature it because we see a Pokemon we don't see on an everyday occurrence. It's a once in a blue moon type Pokemon, and that's Reunigris. Reunigris allows you to set up Trick Room with this relatively slow team composition aside from Sneasler and Basculation, and Reunigris' signature ability is super interesting because it swaps the ability with any Pokemon who makes contact with it. For example, it can gain the adaptability from Basculation or the Intimidate from Incineroar. This team is entirely physical, but it's held by a string with Coaching Sneasler. Coaching Sneasler just adds so much value to an all-physical team, enabling any single one of these already scary Pokemon to greater heights. And again, this team just grazed the top cut, but once again, it's a once in a blue moon type team. This team is featuring a Torterra, a Pokemon that I love for my Platinum playthrough, but not so much for double battles. This Torterra is running Double Stab, Wood Hammer, and Earthquake, while being paired alongside Aerodactyl, Charizard, and Hydreigon. And to be honest, this is my first time ever seeing Wyrdeer and Torterra. Um, Wyrdeer is great versus spread moves, especially against Heat Wave from Charizard to Dazzling Gleam from Floette, or even potential Earthquake or Rock Slide. And lastly, this team is featuring a Hawlucha and Snorlax, the classic entrainment and Fisher alongside Double Trick Room with Sinish and Farigiraf. But one thing I find very interesting is that this user is called Mega Meganium, yet there's no Mega Meganium on this team. And that's it for the meta report this week. Please let me know if you enjoyed this new format and if there's any other sections you'd like to see. Until next time, peace. Okay, guys. I am done for the day. I am done for the day. Snorlax isn't running Belly Drum? No. Because you have the Hawlucha with entrainment with Fisher. It's a lot stronger. Uh, I'd rather OHKO my Pokemon I'd rather OHKO the opponent's Pokemon than lower my HP to half. But yeah, I'm gonna end right now. Done for the day. I'll be live Wednesday and then Friday. I might be live. I don't know if I'm gonna be live Wednesday. But yeah, might be live Wednesday. That being said, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.